What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 3 of the Broken Dagger podcast, which we are renaming today to the Whole W podcast because all we do is hold W and go hardcore. Hardcore.
Hardcore.
Pog.
As always, we are your hosts. I'm jmarshhh.
I'm Wydock or Cody.
I'm Aaron, or Kelso.
And today we have another special guest. We have the man, the myth, the legend, the man of many names. We have Snot Spice in the building.
Yes.
What's up, Snot Spice?
The gamer tag of folklore.
Yeah. So before we get into the actual podcast, just a little bit about Snot. Me and Snot actually started Broken Dagger like 2 years ago now.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Show him the tattoo. Show him the tattoo. This is the inspiration actually of the esport was the tattoo. So there you go. Fun fact of the day. It was a tattoo.
And there it is.
Yeah, there you
Some
go.
lore for you.
Some lore. There you go. Yes, but today's podcast is very, very special. On December 6th is the Video Game Awards. And today we are going to be going through some of the categories and discussing our picks and who we think will win the different awards. So I think it should be pretty fun.
I agree. I'm excited to hear what you guys picked.
So, should we just jump right into it?
Let's do it.
Sir.
First one we got is Content Creator of the Year.
All
right.
I'll read out the nominees and then we can
Okay.
we can go from there. So we have These are all like streamers, YouTubers, different video game content creators. So we have Dr. Lupo, Myth Ninja, Pokimane, and Willy Rex. What is your guy? Give me your personal pick, and then also who you think will actually win the award, if they're different.
I personally, I'm taking my personal pick is Dr. Lupo. I think he's a pretty funny guy. He can be mature and be silly, and I don't think he ever goes like overboard or kind of like puts on a fake show. I think he just kind of shows who he is, and I dig that as a content creator. For who I think's gonna win, I'm just gonna throw Ninja out there. He's like one of the biggest names in gaming
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Like,
It's probably fair to say
You
we
know.
all thought like Ninja will actually win.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, so my personal pick, I'm kind of like in a hard spot with this because I do enjoy watching Dr. Lupo streams and Myth streams. But like, as the award goes, Ninja has done so much in this past year for esports and gaming in general that, I mean, like, I kind of think that he's probably the best in the group. I mean, I'm not a huge Ninja fan, but like,
Kelso #1 Ninja fanboy.
I'm
Confirmed.
not though. I don't even watch him.
Confirmed.
Exposed.
like,
I don't think he's the
Exposed.
best. I don't think he's the best.
I think he's
Mhm.
done so much for it though. Like, he gets the most recognition for it, and he's like,
Well,
you know,
that's
For
the thing,
gaming.
right? Like, I think that it doesn't even like what he has done. It's just like how many people enjoy him and how many people get brought to like something new because just of how popular he is, not necessarily because what he's doing.
right. But I'm just saying,
In my
like,
opinion.
I guess like the reason that I'm saying is because he's the one that's been on like the Ellen Show and doing like commercials for Fortnite and stuff. Like, he's kind of like the face of gaming right now. So I think he's the biggest benefactor out of them all. Made the most impact in this past year. So that's why I'm gonna go with Ninja.
Fair enough. My thing about Ninja, so a while ago there was like a different video game awards and like Dr. Disrespect, Tyler won, Ninja, XUC.
Oh.
They were all nominated, and Ninja won. And I kind of knew Ninja was gonna win. But out of those people, I think that Dr. Disrespect is the best like streamer. I think he's the best out of the group, the best like
I agree.
entertainer. Nobody's doing what Dr. Disrespect does.
Mm-hmm.
No
I
matter
don't
what-
think anyone near has like the
Yeah.
production value
Yeah.
of Dr. Disrespect on
No.
a stream.
No matter what your opinion is on Dr. Disrespect, you know, whether you like him, don't like him, this or that, whatever, I don't think you can deny that, like, he is a hardcore entertainer and he goes hard. But that's a different topic. But that was just my little tidbit on Ninja. I think Ninja is a fine streamer, and he's opening up doors to. He's making video games mainstream with like playing with Drake and Travis Scott and like different athletes and whatever. Like he's making Fortnite pretty mainstream. So I think that's good, maybe for the gaming industry. I don't know, but personally,
It's good
I
for
think,
Fortnite.
Yeah, it's good for Fortnite. Personally,
Yeah.
okay. Well, like we said, I think Ninja's gonna win. I don't think. It sucks to say. I don't even think there's any competition really. I think Ninja wins hands down.
Yeah.
But my vote is for Pokimane.
Nah, of course.
Hey, chill out.
He's a sucker.
Hey. So I think Pokimane is a really good streamer. She's pretty funny. She has some high quality Fortnite gameplay. Okay, I like it when she streams some other games other than Fortnite because I don't like watching Fortnite. But I think she's pretty entertaining, and I think it takes a lot to be like a female streamer. I'm
A
sure.
respectable female.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly right. I'm sure we've seen videos or whatever of her being harassed and stuff in game, or not really harassed, but just kind of trolled and whatever. But I think I think it's pretty sick that she's in the category, and I think she deserves it, to be honest.
Mr. Spice?
I mean, I would say that Ninja like both is going to win and deserves to win. He does like in a way he does a lot, but I don't think it's maybe in like the best way. Just because Fortnite itself is such an odd game, I think, in the sense that there's a lot of actually like hardcore gamers who like Fortnite, but there are some people who I think are just like only like battle royale games and only like, and then some like only like Fortnite.
Yeah.
And so like it does bring a lot of audience in, but if it's only for one game and they don't even really game outside that, is that good for gaming? I don't really know. Yeah, I like Dr. Lupo as well, though. I would have liked to see like maybe a YouTuber more in this as well. Like I think Markiplier could have been nominated for this. Like Markiplier does a lot for like community.
Markiplier's a huge content creator, dude. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm surprised a Minecraft content creator didn't make it, unless Willie Rex is, but I'm not sure who he is.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
even
I don't know who
Um,
it is.
Like the Minecraft content creators on YouTube get like millions of views. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, I don't know. Ninja, I really am interested to see like where the popularity of Fortnite kind of takes gaming. I think just because he's in like ads and just like promoting Fortnite doesn't necessarily make it great for gaming, but
Right.
Yeah.
it opens the door to being mainstream, I guess.
Willie Rex is actually YouTube.
Oh, there you go.
He's a Fortnite YouTuber.
Cool. Oh,
They're
Of
all
course.
they're all
Everybody plays
Fortnite.
They're all
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Myth
Of course he
plays
is.
Fortnite. Pokimane plays Fortnite. Willie Rex plays Fortnite. Ninja plays Fortnite. Why not just name the category best Fortnite,
Fortnite player of
streamer?
the year.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I mean, Fortnite is kind of a big topic on our podcast for the last couple episodes. Whether it's a positive or negative thing for gaming, or not really negative thing for gaming, because I think it's all positive, but I don't think. I think it could be a little bit. I think it could be doing a little bit more. Like we've talked about the esports scene, how Fortnite doesn't really contribute to the esports scene as much as like I think that they could. But that's a different topic.
Yeah.
True.
All right, Kelso, what's
True,
our next category we got?
We got best esports host.
Yeah. I don't
Can you
know
get a name off
anyone
the
except
contestants?
one.
Yeah,
Except the
so-
boy, Golden Boy. He's the only one
Yeah.
who deserves to win.
All right, so we got Golden Boy, Machine, Anders Bloom, Sojax,
What? It's Shocks.
Shots. Sorry, yikes! I always thought it was. Never mind, it's fine.
Nope.
And Red Eye.
All right. I'm going with Shocks. She's been with League for quite a while now, and she knows her shit really well. And she always puts like some humor into the interviews and being on the analyst desk. And I enjoy watching her.
Yeah.
Humor is
Um,
good. That's why I like Golden Boy.
Yeah. I'd say her or Golden Boy, just from what I know.
Do you
It'd be
guys
nice
know-
that Cody can contribute to the League of Legends stuff because
Yeah,
I know me and Marsh have no idea.
Right.
But sorry, Kelso.
No, you're okay, dude.
Faker.
Faker.
All right,
Hey,
relax.
Paul.
Who's he play for?
Erickson.
Who's he play for?
Yo, SK something
Telecom.
Telecom.
SK Telecom. All right.
Yo.
Hey, I know my League of Legends shit. Come on.
Who does Bjergsen play for?
TSM. Come on, brother.
Sorry. Jensen.
C9.
Oh shit, he does know.
Dude, I know
Sleeper
esports.
9.
Come on, bro.
All right.
All right.
Let's keep on topic here.
Does anybody know Machine Alex?
This guy named the most
Machine
popular players.
Richardson? I know. Do you know who I played for?
No, dude, I don't. No.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
It's old school. It's before his time. It's fine.
Does anybody know who Alex Machine Richardson is?
Nope.
No,
Anders Bloom.
Nope.
no.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he's a Rainbow Six. He looks like the Rainbow Six guy, Alex Machine Richardson. He looks like the Rainbow Six caster, to be honest.
Anders Bloom is for Counter Strike.
Ah.
Oh, he looks like a Counter Strike.
CS:GO. Does he look like a Counter Strike?
Yeah.
I was looking at the pic. I didn't get that, so I'm glad. I'm glad someone picked up on it.
Yeah, I say Golden Boy. Golden Boy has been around for a very long time. He used to do Call of Duty. He did Halo, and then he moved on to Overwatch. He also does Paladins. He just casted a Paladins tournament. He
does
casted
do a
the
lot, yeah.
Fortnite events, and he cast some PUBG and Realm Royale stuff. So, dude, the
Boy gets around.
the amount of like knowledge that you need to have
Yeah,
To
to
bring-
cast a game or commentate a game like that.
on different games, knowing the heroes, knowing the abilities, knowing this and that, the different spots and stuff. I think that's pretty insane. Now he's primarily doing Overwatch stuff, right? But he just announced that he got picked up for a TV show with The Rock.
Really?
The
That's
Rock-
pretty cool.
The Rock has a new TV show, and Golden Boy is gonna cast. It's one of those competitive, those physical,
I've seen that.
physical challenge type things. Like in The Rock,
Really?
he's hosting it, and then Golden Boy is gonna like cast the events. So I'm actually pretty interested. It's called like a Titan or something like that. Pretty
That's
interested
sick.
that Golden
That's
Boy got
pretty
picked
cool.
up for that. That's kind of cool, right? So yeah, my I think Golden Boy's a sick host. I think him and Puckett do a really good job on hosting the Overwatch League.
I agree. I agree with everything you just said.
Okay. Anything to add, Aaron?
I'm gonna go with Shots.
Didn't even know their name properly until
Dude,
now.
I honestly, I mean, like, I've always watched League of Legends. Like, I followed it for like 2 years. I enjoy watching it a lot, but I always thought it was obviously not. I got the wrong name. wrong.
It's the Jocks.
Yeah.
They even
But-
like say like, all right, we're sending it over to Shocks with this interview. Like,
They have like English accents, man.
all right,
I don't
all
know
right.
to tell you.
I don't know.
But anyway, I do want to give a little bit of reference to Red Eye. He was the StarCraft guy. He did a bunch of the WCS stuff.
Okay.
And he's a pretty good caster. I haven't watched in a little bit, but yeah.
I want to give a shout out to I saw on Twitter there's like esports duo of the year, and Scar and Toph for Super Smash Bros. Melee are nominated, and I was super excited about that. They've been casting that game through like its entirety, and
Really?
yeah, so just like because there's so many Melee players
Right.
that they've just had all this every single stat every single time a player plays, they can tell you like how many times this player has beaten this player on what maps, and it's insane.
That's pretty
like the
sick.
history that they know. So it's
That's
really
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
That was very sick.
Best duo, Monty and Doa, because Monte Cristo.
Do it now.
Monty's a traitor.
I'm kidding. I'm trolling.
I do love Doa though.
I like
I love
that.
Doa.
Okay,
All
next. We skipped over best esports moment of the year, and I'm pretty excited to talk about this because okay, I'm gonna read the nominees, but I'll Yeah, I'm pretty excited. So there was the C9 comeback win in triple overtime against FaZe. That's for CS:GO.
Yes.
There's G2 beating RNG at Worlds League of Legends. KT versus IG, the base race. I don't know. I saw a YouTube video of this. It was actually pretty sick. That's also League of Legends. OG's massive upset of LGD. That's the Dota 2 finals. And then Sonic Fox switch side against Go 1 in DBZ. So, mine, I think it's between the League of Legends KT versus IG base race and then the Sonic Fox side switch at Evo in Dragon Ball Z.
Do you guys know about the side switch?
Mm-hmm.
Dude,
Do you, Kelso?
this was hardcore, man.
No, I don't.
This is some hardcore. You can. I just watched it today, but it's not. I don't know if you want to talk about it.
So basically, Sonic Fox and the Go One, they've actually been rivals in fighting games for fucking ever. And they were playing, I think, DBZ, and Sonic Fox was getting wrecked. And then at like halfway through, he asked to switch like chairs and like sides with his opponent.
Yeah, he did the whole loser bracket. Go 1 did. Yeah.
Yeah. And so he reset the bracket, and then he asked to switch spots, and Sonic Fox just destroyed him and came back and won. So, and it was just like really controversial whether or not people thought it was like super scummy to do, but I just thought it was super interesting. It's such a psychological move.
Right.
And like, because what benefits could that have that you're switching
they swap-
sides, right?
Yeah.
I don't think there's statistically any like reason behind that. I think it was just all psychological.
I mean, they swapped, and then he 3-0'd him, dude. He went hardcore.
Yeah.
He went
He's
down,
got something up his sleeve.
dude. He went down 0-3 in the player 2 slot, swaps over to the player 1 slot, and went 3-0. It's rigged. It has to be. Yeah, so I think that. But the base race, I don't know, Cody. I don't know if you've seen it, but it was absolute. I don't know a lot about League, dude, but just the way the casters were into it.
It was hype, man.
They were destroying each other's the base, dude, and it was just
Nexus?
who could destroy it first, and they
Yep.
they pulled it to a game four. KT did. I thought that was pretty sick. I thought that was pretty hype. But I think I'm gonna do it. My personal pick is gonna be the side switch in DBZ. I think.
I'm taking G2 over RNG. Like, G2 was not speculated to win at all. RNG was heavy
Yeah,
favor
they were
going
favored.
into that
I read
matchup.
about that, yeah.
Their bot lane was insane. Their jungle pressure was much better than G2's going into it. Their mid laners were even. Top laners could go back and forth. So for G2 to pull it out was pretty exciting. I was happy to see RNG lose, to be honest.
True. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
I was happy to see someone other than like a Western team, or sorry, yeah, China or Korea team.
Right.
Yeah, it's nice seeing a European team finally take something over.
It's been a while.
Legends.
Season 3 or 4? Fnatic?
Long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to agree with that.
I was with the chair switch. I just think it's hype.
They did a coin flip too.
For the side switch?
Yeah, because they weren't sure if they could do it, and the guy was like, "Okay, what about if we just do a coin flip? If it hits heads, you guys swap."
It's such a weird thing.
And they were like, "Yeah, sure," and then they did it. Yeah.
Only in fighting games could that be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly.
All right, boys, we're gonna move on to best esports event of the year.
Want me to read them?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
So we got E-League Major, the Boston 2018. Next we got Evo 2018. After that, we got the League of Legends World Championship.
Okay, we already know what Aaron's voting.
And then we got Overwatch League Grand Finals.
DJ Khaled.
DJ Khaled, dude. That's what I was thinking.
No.
Hands in the air. And then we got the International 2018. I'm pretty sure that's the Dota Finals, right?
Yeah,
I think
for
so.
sure.
Dota 2, yeah.
Yeah.
I see the little banners. The only reason.
All right. I mean, I'm taking League all day.
Yeah.
If you actually just
Dude,
watch
it's
their opening
League's hands
ceremony,
down.
like
Yeah.
it was insane.
Yeah. The
Like
production,
I don't think anything else, stood up to it.
the production was actually just nuts, man. Like,
Dude,
honestly,
the opening ceremony for that,
yeah.
and they were doing it outside, right?
Yeah.
And then whenever they're playing Rise, which is like the theme song for this year's Worlds, right?
Yep.
And then the players rise out of the ground on opposite sides of each other, and the guys are performing in the middle, and then as the song is still going on, the platforms close in like this together, and then they're beside each other, dude, and they're staring each other down. That is actually hardcore.
Yeah, that was badass.
That was
They're all,
so
like, arms
cool.
folded and shit.
That was
Yeah.
sick. That was actually amazing.
But on the other hand, we also have
No,
the Overwatch League
we
Finals
don't
with
have-
DJ
we
Khaled,
don't.
dude.
It doesn't
You
compare.
guys see that performance?
The thing is,
Dude, the shuffle. Dude,
No,
I thought he was gonna fall
Khaled
over.
Shuffle, dude.
in all honesty,
looked
the
like he was
actual
about to-
games were pretty hardcore. Seeing Philly and London go against each other,
Yeah.
Carpe and Prophet and Bergering, like, go head to head. It was pretty sick.
The games was good, but if
The games went
I-
hardcore.
yeah, but I guess like I don't know.
But
Overall,
in terms of an
production-
event, yeah.
yeah, I agree.
I
League-
kind of like put the whole league in a way to kind of be like the best event. Like that's something I would have liked to see. I guess like the grand finals makes sense as like in this actual, like on the nominees and like actually voting for. But I think the Overwatch like league itself might one of the biggest things to happen
Oh,
this year.
100%. I agree with
Yeah.
that. It was the
Yeah.
biggest thing in esports, dude. I think, in my opinion,
hmm
a big step for esports.
I'm curious if it's bigger than Worlds though, because Worlds actually pulled more people than the Super Bowl last year.
So did Overwatch. Overwatch and
Did it?
Worlds are the two things that pull more than the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd be curious to see which one. Pulled more.
I'm pretty sure Worlds did.
I was gonna say probably Worlds.
Worlds did, but
Yeah.
they both do bigger numbers than the Super Bowl.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I wonder. I bet the World Cup still beats it though, for soccer.
Oh,
football.
absolutely, dude.
Yeah, people go crazy for that. And it's
Yeah.
worldwide.
Yeah.
Everyone's watching. Yeah.
Yeah. Soccer's so prevalent in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
It's huge.
All right, cool.
All right, on to the next. We have best esports team of the year. So we got. Yeah, you go for this one, Marsh. Sorry.
Okay. Best esports team. The esports team judged to be the most outstanding for performance of 2018, inclusive of multi-team organizations. So we got Astralis of CSGO, Cloud9 in League of Legends, Fnatic League of Legends, the London Spitfire of the Overwatch League, and then OG in Dota 2. My personal picks are Cloud9 of League of Legends and the London Spitfire. Only because C9, I heard C9 did some huge, some pog things in League this year, so I think that's pretty sick. And C9, they own the London Spitfire, so C9's just winning all around.
I personally I've been a fanboy of Cloud9 League of Legends for quite some time now.
Too long.
I love them so much, but they really let me down at Worlds this year, to be honest. They went the distance and then they just shat the bed. So I'm still gonna go with them. My heart's still there. C9 League of Legends.
I'd probably go with C9, but not just because of League of Legends. I think C9 probably is like one of the biggest esports organizations, if not the biggest. I know they have they have something in for literally like every game. Like Rocket League, C9, I'm pretty sure it wins like a lot.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
C9 and NRG are two of the big ones.
Yeah. I take C9 for my personal pick. Just US representing in league
Worlds.
for once. Getting a Worlds the farthest we've gone in quite some time. They did absolutely blow it out. That's why I'm not going to take them to win. I think. I mean, I'm laying out the truth. I watched the first game and they got spanked, man. It was
Dude,
bad.
they did so good, and then they made it semifinals, and then they just
I don't know what happened.
literally just
They got rolled.
yeah.
For the actual win, I'm going to go with the Spitfire. Normal season record was great. Coming out with the championship is awesome. And I just don't really see any other team really stepping up. Maybe OG from Dota 2, but I didn't follow them all that much. Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think the Spitfire, they came in with a lot of pressure. People thought that they were going to be the best team. They were a top team throughout the year, and then the end of the year, they absolutely just dominated the Overwatch League. So, yeah, I definitely think they deserve it. Any last thoughts, comments?
Nada.
TSM for life. Sorry.
Okay, next we're going into the best esports player of the year, presented by Omen by HP.
All right. We're not sponsored. Relax.
Hey, but it's presented by. Okay.
It is presented.
Okay, so we have Sonic Fox, Tokido, Uzi from Royal Never Give Up. Where did I? Oh, okay. Never mind.
RNG.
Yeah. Simple and Mr. Jonak. The Zenyatta God.
I feel like I know what Snot's gonna pick.
Do you?
Sonic Fox.
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. Yo, honestly, that guy is probably the best fighting game player to exist. He's one, like he plays Mortal Kombat, Injustice, and DBZ, and he wins literally everything, all the grants. Like he normally wins. It's pretty crazy to be that good at 3 different fighting games.
Yeah.
He also is like a huge like inspiration to probably like so many people. The fact that he's like literally open and does so many interviews about being like a queer furry. And also, actually, I didn't even realize too that Marsh pointed out like just the fact of like being black and being such like a predominant figure in like communities like that, because we all know what it's like to just be online and how many like ignorant people are online about everything.
Yeah.
So it's just like really cool that a person like that can be such like a figurehead, and that he's
I agree with that.
said too that like the fighting game community has always been super open to him, which is like awesome.
That is pretty dope.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's kind of not really an underdog story type thing, but I like those, you know, the odds are kind of stacked against you type of thing, and you know, people are supposed to not like you type of thing in the way that you know the video game community works.
Societal
in society.
norms.
Yeah, and you know, you're pog champion at what you do best. So I think that's pretty sick. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say Sonic Fox for those reasons. Also, I'm gonna go with Jonak because he's mechanically insane at the game, but I've never seen so many big brain Zenyatta transcendences before until I started watching, until the Overwatch League became a thing. I didn't know you could do half the things that Jonak does as a Zenyatta during Transcendence, especially.
Taking pins, all kinds of stuff.
Dude, you can stop a high noon. You can hardcore body block the doorways as a Transcendence, dude. Like it's pretty. I think he's pretty sick at the game. I think he's very talented. I mean, he won the MVP for the league. He won MVP on the World Cup. I think. Yeah, I think he's. Those two are my picks. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with Jojonak. Just his performance in the OWL is actually sick. And I don't really follow much of anybody else on this list. So I'm gonna go with Jonak.
I'm taking simple and going to CS:GO. I actually really like watching CS:GO, and this man like carries his team. If his team's down, he'll put his team on his back, win a round, and then just turn the game around. His aim is impeccable, and he's consistent throughout the years. And this year he popped off. So
That's pretty sick.
my pick.
It's pretty hardcore.
He's a little toxic, but you know what are you gonna do?
Let's CS:GO.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, next we got the best esports game of the year. So there's CS:GO, Dota 2, Fortnite, League of Legends, and Overwatch.
I totally think Fortnite's gonna win. Maybe not though. Like I think either like Fortnite or League will win. I kind of think it's unfortunate that Fortnite could win though.
I think it's
to
unfortunate
be
that
honest.
Fortnite's in the category.
Yeah.
But
I would have really loved to see, like, I'm actually kind of salty that at least Rocket League isn't, like, in this. I think Rocket League is a fucking dope esports game. And I think
yeah.
that if it was marketed properly, like, anyone could just love watching Rocket League, even if you just like watching sports. Like, Rocket League is dope.
It's the most sport-like game that's not an
Yeah.
actual sports game.
Yeah. Like,
Right.
yeah. It's easy to tell, like, really what's going on. You just see cars slam dunking, it's pretty sick.
Flying through the air.
Yeah, because that's like the problem about some games. If you don't understand the game
Like
itself,
Overwatch.
it can be hard to watch. Yeah. I think the same thing about League. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know what all the heroes do, and I just see things happening. I'm like, this is just a mess on the screen to me.
Yeah. You go.
I took League personally. I'm just biased. I don't know. I love the game still. I love watching people play meta picks and turning around. But to be like the best esports game, you can have one person ruin a League game for you. Like even in the competitive scene, if your top laner loses lane, then their top laner can snowball and get other lanes ahead. So like for an actual esports game, I picked CS:GO to win because I feel like it's more of a team effort than any other game. Maybe Overwatch coordination wise, yes, but I think CS:GO is kind of the most balanced, if you will. There's no real like meta to it. It's an old fucking game, but
That's fair. Yeah.
still
That's
kicking.
fair.
For my personal pick, and for what I actually think is gonna win, I picked Overwatch. I think Overwatch will actually win because I had a pretty big year. For I think esports wise, the game, hell no. But as an esports title, seeing even contenders, Overwatch League, seeing them play at a high level, coordinated play, I think it's a great esport, and I think it has a pretty good future. They've announced deals with ESPN. It's on TV,
Yep.
and I do think, and it's kind of like a known fact among the community, it's just the spectating. It's very hard to watch if you don't really know what's going on. And they started doing the educational videos at the beginning of the games. This is how you do a payload map. This is this whatever, try to teach them how to play the game, or what to look out for, or how to win the game at least, for the casual fan. But I think if there could be a way to simplify the spectating system, I think the game would be a lot bigger. And I mean, they worked on it for the World Cup. You were able to spectate anybody that you wanted to spectate, and you were able to view the game however you wanted to view it. So they're on the right track, I think, in my opinion, on the esports side of things for Overwatch.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with that. I think Overwatch has had a fantastic year as an esport. It's really grown. I mean, like they've got 8 more league spots. There's 20 spots now in the Overwatch League. In the first year, I mean, the viewership was pretty nuts, to be honest. Just NA alone, like the NA Twitch channel had like 100,000 average, 120, somewhere in that range. It's pretty good viewership, and it's really, I feel like it's going to take off from here, especially with the more teams coming in. I think it's going to diversify everything, and they have a pretty good advertisement plan going on. I mean, they have they're now on ESPN, like Marsh said. They're on Disney.
The Disney
X-
Channel. Disney,
Yeah. And then they also there's another one.
I'm pretty sure they're on like ABC or something.
ABC,
or,
yeah. Or some NBC or one of
Yeah,
those
something
ones.
like that.
But they've really expanded and they're really pushing it, and I think it's a huge thing for all esports in general. I think they're really pushing the line here, and I think it's going to be a great thing for the future, to be honest. So I'm going to say Overwatch. I think it's doing a lot for the esports community in general. Just
I would
pushing
agree with all
numbers.
that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I think Overwatch like deserves to win in the category. 100%.
I
they
think so
put
too.
so much work into it. Like the production is insane. Like not just like finals per se, but like just all year around.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying too about like the best event. Like I
Yeah.
think just like, yeah. But I
I
guess
think
yeah,
that's fair.
yeah.
I don't think anyone else has really like put too much into their league. Like nothing's really changing all that much. Like League of Legends has been known and out there. CS:GO has been known and out there. You know, Overwatch is still developing and coming out with all these new things.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
pretty established, right? And it's kind of like,
Yeah.
hey, this is working, so
Why change?
change it up? Whereas Overwatch is just coming out and coming in, and they're because didn't League of Legends try to do the same thing a little bit, do like the city based, like a long time ago, or did that not happen?
No,
Okay, I thought they tried to do some kind of city based thing, but
not that I know of. At
I
least.
guess Overwatch taking that risk of doing like the traditional sport, type of thing that have
Yeah.
the different cities. I don't really know about the future after this year, when they said that they're gonna go back to their hometowns and play home and away games and stuff like that. That's what worries me because I don't really know. Like, it's different when you're watching the NBA, NFL, NHL. It's all at North America, right? You're
Right.
traveling city to city. This is like, hey, we have a game in Toronto. Now we're going to play the Seoul Dynasty in South Korea, and then we're gonna go play in Paris. And I think that's
Yeah.
I don't know what their plan is for that, but I do
gonna be
think
rough.
that it was a pretty big risk, and so far so good type of thing. It's I think it's paying off pretty well so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
On to the next. Best debut indie game.
I didn't play as many indie games as I should have this year, to be honest.
I'll read the nominees. We have Donut County, Florence, Moss, The Messenger, and Yoku's Island Express. So
I haven't played any of these.
Same.
I've actually never heard of Yoku's Island Express, but I actually watched The Messenger a lot on Twitch.
It looks cool.
It
I like
looks
the art style.
Yeah, it looks very
It's like
cool.
old school 8-bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I played it. It's I liked it a lot. That's my pick.
It seemed very hard, but
Yeah. It's very retro,
yeah.
which I love.
I really liked Donut County. It's like Katamari Damacy a little bit. If you guys ever played that on like PS2 or anything like that, pretty much
Yeah.
you have a hole in the ground, and you have to move the hole, and things will fall into the hole, and the more you eat, the bigger the hole gets, and you need to clean the land.
Okay.
So it's kind of the same thing, right? Very cute
But did
art
it have
style.
awesome Japanese music?
No, they didn't.
Ah.
Yeah, very very cute art style. The art is pretty clean. I think it was a pretty good. I thought it was pretty good. So that's my pick personally. But The Messenger, I didn't play it, but I watched it a lot on Twitch for some reason. But I thought it was really cool. It looked really hard though. But I'm a fan of like Castlevania and stuff like that, the old Castlevania games. So it kind of was pretty appealing.
Old Castlevania, dude. That wall chicken.
Yeah, I honestly can't give a honest opinion about this, so I'm not gonna answer.
Okay, we can move on to what we got.
Multiplayer game.
The best multiplayer game of 2018. We have Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Destiny 2 Forsaken, Fortnite, Monster Hunter World, Sea of Thieves, and Fallout 76.
Huh.
Did you? I don't see Fallout 76 on this list. Though.
Oh, sorry about that. Okay. Um,
Huh.
does anybody want to start?
I feel like you just set them up for
All right.
failure.
Biased opinion. Blops 4. I think it's fun. It's balanced. It's fast paced. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's a nice shooter.
Best
It's
COD game in a while.
a better, yeah, definitely a lot
Yeah.
better Call of Duty. I don't know if they like count in Blackout as well, but if they do, I mean, you got two different kind of like competitive modes you can play, and then there's Zombies too, which is online.
Yeah.
So you got 3 different games in one, which is kind of unfair, but you know, it's good. What I think will win, I'm just gonna throw money on Fortnite.
I
Yeah.
pray no. I pray.
I
no.
know,
I know.
but I don't know. It's just so popular right now. It's hard not to be like, it's kind of the forerunner of a lot of categories.
Yeah.
I just hope Destiny 2 and Fortnite don't win.
If Destiny 2 wins, dude,
It won't. There's actually no way.
I've lost
no
a
way.
lot of faith.
I can't believe Monster Hunter's in like on this list.
Me
It's
too, to
actually
be
like
honest.
hard to play Monster Hunter online, like with friends and everything.
It was-
I was kind of surprised to see that on that list.
When it worked, it was fun though, to
Yes,
be fair.
yes.
But it just
Yeah.
took a little
it,
bit
it
to
took.
Yeah.
It was not user friendly.
no,
The fact that you guys
Yeah.
couldn't watch cutscenes together was a little bit.
rough.
I would have to watch the cutscene, you would have to watch the cutscene, and then we join each other for the same
Mhm.
mission. Like that's pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad.
Oh my gosh.
The game
was
was
bad.
fun though. It was fun when you got to play with each other, hunting the monsters and stuff.
4
but
people running around.
I thought,
Yeah.
personally, I wish it was open world with objectives. I didn't like that
That'd be cool.
it was kind of hub based. It was like a hub. You go in, you guys queue up for a mission, you play, you go back, whatever. I would have liked if they had like a free roam area where you can just. I mean, they kind of have it. There's like
you
a
could just
hack.
go out into
There's
the
like,
area.
There's like a life hack that after you do a mission, you can choose to not
Oh.
go back to camp, and
Right.
then you're able to play. But
hmm
that,
From the hub, could you not just leave out the front gate though with your squad?
Literally
I thought
no.
you could.
I don't
No?
think so.
Oh, damn.
Literally no. You could
Never
not.
mind.
You would get there and it would just be like, player does not meet requirements or something like that, and
Yeah.
it's because you had to watch the cutscene.
Yeah.
So
Well,
like, and
you know, I'm-
sometimes the cutscene was later on in the mission,
Yeah.
so
Right.
it wasn't even right at the beginning.
I'm just saying in general, like if you're at the hub, you could just leave out the main gate at any point, not accepting a mission.
For free roam, I think.
Yeah. So like you could still free roam with each other.
Yeah, but like even like if you wanted to progress, because like, you know, you got want to play the game together, you can free roam in that spot, but the next areas you can't get to unless you do the story.
You do the
so
story. Right.
right.
But for me, best multiplayer game on this list, I think it comes. I think for me, is probably I'd probably go with Black Ops as well, but Sea of Thieves as a multiplayer game is really good. I think. In the as a multiplayer game, I think Sea of Thieves is pretty pog, but I think Call of Duty Black Ops 4 is probably gonna be my pick. It's the best Call of Duty game in a while, and it tackles battle royale. Does a pretty good job at it. And then the classic multiplayer zombies. You can't really go wrong with it, especially if you're just a fan of shooters or a fan of old Call of Duty games. I think that there's something there for everyone. I think.
Yeah.
I personally really want Sea of Thieves to win. I had a lot of fun with it. I think it's a great game. I think at the time it just didn't have that much content. It was kind of like very repetitive, but I did. I mean, me and Snot spent countless hours playing that thing.
hmm
It's a lot of fun. I like the direction they're taking it. They're always putting more work into it.
Yeah.
I think it's run by a great company and they're doing a great job. However, I don't think they're going to be able to overtake the powerhouses of Fortnite and Blackout and Black
Yeah.
Ops. Sorry, but I would really, really love it to see an underdog win. But
I agree
I
with that.
honestly think Black Ops 4 is going to win. It has a little bit of something for everyone. It's refreshed. It's new. It's kind of a game that everyone's kind of wanted. So I personally think Black Ops is going to win.
I agree with everything that Kelso said. Yeah, Black Ops just is doing a lot. It's got a lot going for it, and yeah, Sea of Thieves especially too. It sucks. This like, know it won't win because it's just not the
Yeah.
most popular game. But I always thought it was like a great multiplayer game.
Yeah.
Especially too, I love that their DLCs are free.
Yeah.
I think that's like actually like a pretty underlooked part in like today's gaming.
Absolutely.
Um, and like they listen to their fan base a lot. Like people like they said that these are the things that we really want to see in the game, and they just like keep trying to put that out. And they're also really honest about things that they think need more priority. Like I remember seeing that they were going to put pets out, like you get parrots and stuff on your shoulders, but then they said like it won't be coming out because we think that more things are more important, just like balance issues and stuff like that. So they kind of put it on the back burner. It's nice just to know your company will be open with you about that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So
That's fair. One thing about the DLC though, like I feel like they promised a lot more at launch than what you got with the game. When
with the
game came
DLC
out,
or just with the game?
with the game.
Okay.
At Sea of Thieves at launch was kind of barren.
You just
When it
opened
was
up your
good, it was
saving with
really
the
good.
DLC.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. But I see what you. No,
sorry.
I agree though.
Yeah.
I totally agree. It seemed like you'd be able to like do a lot more.
Yeah. So I look at it as almost like a No Man's Sky kind of thing, where it's like if it was like, hey,
Yeah.
we put this new content out, but you got to pay for it, people would be a little mad about it. I think they kind of, the people that bought it day one that spent $60 on Sea of Thieves deserved that DLC and stuff like that.
I'm pretty sure they've been open about that, like from when the game was launching, though, that
they
they were
have.
going to give free DLCs. Yeah, I agree though. It's just sort of like that.
It is a
No
fun
Man's
game.
Sky issue.
It's a very fun game.
Best multiplayer game of 2019 is going to be Red Dead Redemption 2.
Dude,
I
you
guarantee
guys gotta try that multiplayer with
I-
us, man.
I
You guys would
guarantee
love it. It's
no
so
matter what
much
game
fun.
comes out, it'll be Red Dead Redemption 2 2019.
Best game or best multiplayer game?
Best multiplayer.
It might be best game this year.
Yeah.
Did GTA 5 win?
GTA,
when it came-
multiplayer.
when it came
GTA
out?
5's multiplayer is bad.
It's not good.
I thought it was almost the same thing.
Nah, dude, Red Dead is okay. We're gonna be talking about Red Dead a lot after because they're nominated for every category after this.
Honestly.
But
Not sports game, but
Best
Horse
family
racing.
genre game?
best
horse racing.
horse racing game. Yeah, I think it'll be best multiplayer game, even over Anthem if Anthem can live up to the hype. I think it'll be better than Anthem, but I think
got some
Anthem
big shoes.
is probably gonna fall into the Destiny category and disappear. I also have high hopes for the Division 2, but that also failed me the
They're
first
crazy.
time. So
Yeah.
Division 1.
yeah, Division 1 was pretty bad. Anyway, we'll move on. Best sports/racing game is up next. We have FIFA 19, Forza Horizon 4, Mario Tennis Aces, NBA 2K19, and Pro Evolution Soccer 2019.
Really?
I personally think that FIFA's gonna win. People love FIFA. I hate all FIFA games. I played FIFA 2012 with my dad. Bad game. Okay, bad game. I used to be a big 2K fan because I used to just play basketball. What I used to do is build my high school basketball team in the game, and we would play. It was pretty hardcore, but I think
We still lost.
Hey, nah, I'm dropping 60 every game. I got those sliders, dude. I got those sliders maxed out. We got, yeah. I think FIFA 19.
Before you had to pay for it.
I think FIFA 19. Yeah, I think FIFA 19 will win. I want Mario Tennis to win.
Mario Tennis was fucking cool, dude.
Yeah.
I actually watched an odd amount of that when it was like really big on Twitch.
Yep.
Like,
Same.
and it looks pretty fun. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah. So those are my picks. Yeah.
I think Forza looks really good though. Like as
Oh, Forza
I'm
looks
not
amazing.
I'm not much of like a racing fan, but like I did really like Need for Speed Carbon, and this kind of like reminds me of like how that can play. Like I like that free roam, but the game itself is just, dude, it's
so
fucking
clean.
beautiful. That's
So
one of the
clean.
best looking games,
Yeah.
like I think that we've seen in a while.
Yeah.
It looks really nice. But yeah,
Game
FIFA will probably win.
It's the only reason to buy an Xbox.
It's like the biggest selling Xbox game. That's
It is.
fucked.
Yeah.
Is
Dude,
Forza.
The two. Do you know what the two best-selling Xbox games are? Forza,
Forza.
Can't remember the
FIFA.
second one. Oh yeah, FIFA.
Forza and FIFA. Anyway, continue.
I honestly want to see Mario Tennis win. I think it's done a really good job, to be honest. It's definitely I don't know. I really like it, to be honest. However, personally, another one that I really want to win is Forza. Forza, like everything's not said.
I think
for him.
Forza deserves it. It looks actually amazing.
Yeah, it's actually so dope.
Yeah, Forza looks sick.
Yeah, I honestly personally hope that Forza wins. I mean, FIFA 19, NBA 2K, and the other soccer game, nothing's changed except the
The other
players and the
soccer
amount of money
game.
you have to spend on the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing different.
Yeah, no, I feel it. Yeah.
Along those lines, yeah, I took Forza for my pick and what I think should win or what might win. Again, sports games don't change. Forza,
ever.
if you look at Forza 3 to Forza 4, there's a huge difference on the feel, the sound, the look of the game. Like, they put so much work into it. I love racing games. I grew up playing Gran Turismo, Need for Speed, you
Gran
know,
Turismo was pog, dude.
all kinds of games like that. And I hope Forza does well. Mario Aces looks awesome, but to win like sports game of the year, I don't know. I think Forza just did a lot more.
Yep, fair
Fucking
enough.
Mario with a tennis racket. Like, I don't know.
Hey, what more do you need? Hey, do you want Mario in a race car? We got that too.
Mario Kart. Where's the new Mario Golf, guys? Waiting.
Next year.
Okay, next.
Maybe.
Next
I
we
played
got
that shit. I'd play it again.
best family game of the year. So we have Mario Tennis Aces, the Nintendo Labo, Overcooked 2, Starlink, and Super Mario Party. So
Okay.
personally, I haven't played any of these. These are actually all like Switch games.
You played Overcooked 1 though, right?
Yes, we played Overcooked 1 and Super Mario Party. I can imagine how fun the game is because I've played countless Mario parties in the past. But best family game? I would probably say Mario Party. I think traditionally Mario Party has always been pretty family friendly and pretty successful in as like a family party game. I would say Overcooked, but Overcooked it's on the line of Monopoly, where you have fun or you hate the person when you're done playing. So I think Super Mario Party is
It
my
could be
pick.
Mario Party as well, to be fair.
Yep, fair enough. That's fair. I just
Don't steal my star one more time. bitch.
Right.
I just think there's
Touch my coins.
I don't know if you guys have played Overcooked, but there's a lot more teamwork that goes into Overcooked. And when one of your team starts slacking off, you play some Overwatch, your team starts slacking off a little bit. You're like, hey man, you better be flipping those burgers a little bit quicker if we're gonna get these 3 stars.
Get the fire extinguisher.
It's direct teamwork, and teamwork can always lead to negativity.
That's fair.
So as a family game, I'm gonna say no to Overcooked.
I personally played Super Mario Party at a buddy's house. It's a lot of fun, and I can still say the saltiness is real. It's still an excellent game. I liked some of the additions they made. Each character has different dices that do like different amounts and stuff, so it adds a cool dynamic to it, and you can like collect different dice from different characters. They'll like follow you around and roll dice and give you like a higher roll and stuff. They made small, simple changes, but I think they're really cool ones, and it added a lot to the game. So I personally think Mario Party. I'm also biased because I love that game so much. Ever since I was like a kid, man. I
Dude, it's
just
a good
remember-
game.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
Same. Yeah, I love Mario Party.
So
I
I'm gonna
think
go Super Mario Party.
I think the Labo is like probably like the most creative, one of the most creative things I've like ever seen. I remember when I saw that like this year, I was like, that's fucking cool, dude. Totally not practical, but I think it's really cool.
Dude.
Yeah, definitely gonna go with Super Mario Party as well. I do wish, because there's obviously the Switch has an online feature. Um, you can play the mini games with friends on Wi-Fi, but you can't play the board game online. And I wish that they had that feature in. That would just put it like one step ahead of me or for me. But yeah, I think Super Mario Party as well.
Marsh, do you remember standing in EB Games roasting the shit out of Labo?
Dude, I just think the Labo, it's like you said, it's very creative and it's very innovative, but it's so like
Useless.
you're building these things, but then it's like, what do you do with it? Where do you put it? Your house is gonna be cluttered. As a parent, dude, you have to section off a section of your house. This is where all the cardboard goes. That's not recycling, and you throw your Labos.
Well, you kind of have like a kids have toy bins, dude. It's like for super rich people, right? So
Yeah, that's what I
you
mean.
got like
can't put it in
kids
a
got the
toy
toy
bin.
You got a
bin.
Labo bin.
You just like you got the little Labo station, and
You
you're
have
just
to
like,
hang
listen,
'em.
those are precious,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah. So, but
I just see it getting destroyed super easy as well, especially with children.
yeah, but I think it's a very interesting idea. Very interesting.
Man, kids these days, they're playing every shit on their phone. Little kids have phones. That's just the future now. Having all their games, the thing that
They're all playing Fortnite anyway, dude. You don't
That's
need to
true.
buy the Labo, unless it's a
The
Labo,
Labo Fortnite edition.
dance emote.
Oh god.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god.
What are your picks, Cody?
Yeah. So I took tennis for my personal pick. Just like it looks like a really good game, really fun. For what I think is gonna
Super
win.
Mario Aces esport, dude.
Is,
Just wait, it's not just a couch game.
which character is gonna be meta? For the actual winner, I think Super Mario Party. Like if you look at like I took like the definition of like a family game. Like
Yeah.
you could literally have any age sit and play Mario Party and like swing, the Wii sticks or the Switch sticks around, whatever it might be. Like you could literally play with anybody in the family and have fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I agree with that. I think, I think Super Mario Party is probably the best family game on the list. I think.
That's a group consensus. All right.
Hells
Good
yeah.
job, team.
All right, what we got next? We got best fighting game. So we have Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, Dragon Ball Fighters, Soul Calibur 6, and Street Fighter 5.
I never played any of these. Haven't really watched any of them, so
Because they don't give you a gun.
I'm really bad at fighting games, so I just kind of try to stay away from them, to be honest.
All right. I'm taking Soul Calibur 6. I'm a huge Soul Calibur fan. This one just looks better. Like visually, combos are still a little confusing for me. I'm not really good at the game, but I always thought they were fun. What I think will win, I put DBZ on there. Just I feel like it kind of blew up in the fighting scene, and people have been playing it and having fun with it.
Yeah, I think DBZ will win as well. That or Street Fighter. Just because Street Fighter's like
It's Street
always
Fighter.
popular.
Yeah.
Although I mean the clear winner here is Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Oh my God.
Shouts out to the real fighting game. Although Super Smash Brothers Ultimate is coming out like next week, and it's right now Nintendo's like highest pre-purchased Smash Bros game. I mean that could be a little biased because it's like we're in an age of like kind of pre-ordering now,
No.
but I think it might be their most popular Smash Bros game, and that's like gonna be saying a lot because Smash Bros always has really good like seeds on Evo. Like they're one of the biggest, most watched fighting games at Evo is Smash Bros. Actually, Melee, I'm pretty sure is. So yeah,
True. I think
Smash Bros.
I'm gonna go with Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Fighters, and I as my personal and what I think is gonna win. But I am happy to see a Blaze Blue game on here because I used to play that on my PS2 and I thought it was a very niche game. I didn't think it was very popular. So to see it on best fighting game list is pretty sick because I love the art style of the game and it's pretty fun. But I think Dragon Ball Fighters is probably gonna win. I thought it was pretty fun. I'm really bad at it. I thought the game was there's just something about the game that I couldn't understand. But the game looks really good and yeah, like you said, it kind of blew up in the esports scene a little bit among fighting games at least.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, we have the best RPG game. So we have Dragon Quest XI, Monster Hunter World, Ni no Kuni 2, Octopath Traveler, and Pillars of Eternity 2.
You forgot one. Fallout 76.
The meme of the podcast. The 2.8 of 2018.
2.8, 2.7 on Xbox.
The 2 points, even another reason to buy an Xbox.
Oh man.
Okay.
Okay. So mine's gonna be really short.
Okay.
I haven't played any of these. I've watched you guys play Monster Hunter, and I've also watched Marsh play Ni no Kuni 2.
Yeah.
Kuni,
yeah.
Cooney.
on stream. And dude, honestly, I'm gonna go with Ni no Kuni because it looked sick, dude. Him building up the city and like all the different battle styles too. Like you get your army, you go through like these barricades, blowing shit up, and then you also go to like regular combat. And like, dude, it was just like it seemed like so elaborate and so cool. Like the art style was amazing, to be honest. And then on top of that, like the whole new like I felt like it was definitely a different feel than most games, and it kind of like took over me for a couple of days. I honestly would say like that's probably the best one out of this list that I've seen.
That's sick, yeah.
So that's my pick.
Who has time for RPGs nowadays? Like, let's be honest here.
Nobody really,
on
to
now.
be honest.
But yeah, I'm only really familiar with two of these games, and my personal pick is Octopath Traveler. Played a little bit of it. I watched a lot of it. I loved the kind of like old school style it brought. The gameplay of it and the art style itself I really liked. And then I think Ni no Kuni will take it. It's got a really good art style. It picked up on where the last game kind of left off, and Ni no Kuni 1 was very beloved, and Ni no Kuni 2 just kind of spread its popularity. So I think it'll take it.
I agree with pretty much everything that you guys have said already about Ni no Kuni. I think Ni no Kuni is gonna win. Probably should win. And Octopath Traveler looked really cool too. I agree with what Cody said. I like the old school feel of it. I really like the art style in it as well.
Yeah.
So I played 4 of these games, all of them except for Pillars of Eternity, and I'm currently playing Dragon Quest. I'm actually a big Dragon Quest fan. I always like Dragon Quest because it's the art is by the guy who makes Dragon Ball Z, or Dragon Ball. So like a lot of the characters, you're like, dude, that's so and so from Dragon Ball. Like if you see somebody with straight purple hair, you're like, dude, that's Trunks. No matter what, you're Trunks now. And it's more the Dragon Ball art style. Like, you know, in Dragon Ball there was like dinosaurs and stuff here and there. So a lot of the monsters and stuff are actual copies of those from Dragon Ball. So I always like the art style of the Dragon Quest games, but Ni no Kuni 2 is probably my personal pick, and I think will win as well. There's just so much to the game, like Kelso was saying. There was the RPG aspect of it, the battles, but then there was the city building, and then there was like the skirmish strategy mode, and I thought it was really good. And the story is actually very good as well. And I know there's some DLC coming out, so I'm excited to go back to the game next year and play some more Ni no Kuni. But Octopath Traveler is also very good. I've watched Lish play a lot of the game, and it's pretty good. It's pretty sick. It's very old school, and I kind of like that about it. It kind of reminds me of Breath of Fire, if you guys have ever played a Breath of Fire. But Breath of Fire used to be one of my favorite PS1 RPG games. But yeah, my pick's Ni no Kuni, definitely.
Do you think Dragon Quest really kind of changed anything up from the last game?
No,
No.
it hasn't changed since Dragon Quest One.
Okay.
Dude.
I was just curious. I remember watching a little bit of the new game when it came out, and it looked fun, but it just reminded me of the old ones. Like,
I mean, okay, it's a Square Enix game. Square Enix does this thing where they just come out with the game and they just put another number. You know, we have 15 Final Fantasy games.
here's a new story.
We have
Maybe.
11 Dragon Quest games. Okay, all made by Square Enix. So Final Fantasy is always evolving. The graphics are getting better. The story, they're switching up the gameplay mechanics. So it went from turn-based to a more fluid system, hack and slash type of thing.
Right.
Whereas Dragon Quest, they've kept the same art style, right? It's the same guy who, like I said, did the Dragon Ball art style, and they've kept it. So at some point, the game is never going to look better. You know, the textures are going to get better, the shading is going to get better, but it's going to look the same. Whereas Final Fantasy is getting realistic, and it's getting, they're trying to keep up with the times. Where it's a certain art style, so it's never going to actually get better because it's that cartoony art style. So the game is always going to look the same. And the game is still, I mean, this game isn't turn-based so much anymore, but it's pretty much the same game. Yeah, it's very similar. But I knew that going in pretty much.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Next on the air, we have.
Thank you for fielding the question.
Hey, no problem. All right, what we got next?
Best
The-
action adventure game. You want me to read them off?
Sure.
Okay, so we got Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Yeah? God of War. Spider-Man. Red Dead Redemption 2. And Shadow of the Tomb Raider. So
I'm a fanboy. I'm going for God of War, dude. Boy. Give me Kratos. He's slaying new gods. It's got different combat, different feel, gear system. It's got RPG levels. You can level how you want. You can kind of play how you want. A bunch of side quests. You know, you can put plenty of hours into the game. There's challenges. There's now New Game Plus, which they brought into the game. I love it. Sign me up. What do I think will win? I'm taking Spidey or Red Dead. Red Dead's huge, and it just got multiplayer, which I think is going to be big for it as well. But Spider-Man was very big. The only real issue I have against Spider-Man is like day one DLC being announced, and they still are kind of throwing that in there. So I don't think they really released the full game with it.
Spider-Man was
Bugs me.
one of the highest pre-ordered PS4 games. I'm pretty sure.
really,
Yeah.
I'm not too surprised. And also, like, God of War kind of felt like fresh and new to me in the God of War series, at least.
Yeah.
Spider-Man was like, it just kind of felt like I was playing Batman with
Arkham
combat
Asylum.
wise.
Hells yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Like the city slinging, that was awesome, right? Web swinging in New York is amazing, but the combat just felt kind of stale.
Yeah, I would kind of agree with Spider-Man. Like, I really liked the game. I thought just like the acting and like the cutscenes were, and the story was way better than how I was like actually drawn in with the gameplay. It was definitely very fun, but it definitely wasn't like anything like super like new. I would kind of gonna go with God of War as well. I think God of War. I didn't even play it myself. I know I've only seen like limited gameplay, but I definitely think that's like deserves to win the most. I think it's changed the most from what it used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish I kind of played more Tomb Raider games, because that's definitely like a action adventure game like to a T. Especially because even in the description it says combining combat with traversal and puzzle solving. I definitely think that Tomb Raider does that like the best.
This was the newest Tomb Raider, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only issue I have with it, I watched a lot on it because it's not on PS4, right? It's just Xbox,
oh really?
I believe, or maybe Xbox and PC, right?
It's coming out. Yeah, I think it just came out. It came out on
Okay.
Xbox first, and then it came out on PS4 after.
I watched a streamer play through a vast majority of the game, and it just had like bugs, issues, audio issues, like just had a lot of problems right away.
That sucks.
Yeah,
Rise of the Tomb Raider, the one that came before, is
Yeah.
way
Shadow.
better than
Oh.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider.
I agree. It was a great game.
Rise of the Tomb Raider is probably the best action adventure game if it was on this list. I think, in my opinion. But Shadow of the Tomb Raider, as like the ending of the trilogy of the Tomb Raider series that they have going on, yeah, it was a little bit of a letdown. My pick is probably God of War as well. I think I've never been like a huge God of War fan. I've played all the games. I think I only beat number 1, but I've played them all, and I've never been like a huge fan. But this game looked really good, and I liked a lot of the changes that they made to the game, and it made me want to play it more than the previous games. So I think God of War should win.
So I've personally only seen 2 games on this list.
No
and both of them
guns.
were in Canada. God of War, no guns. Relax.
God of War and Red Dead Redemption. They got guns.
And Red Dead Redemption, yeah.
Yo, Spider-Man's got guns.
True.
Yo,
A lot of
so
guns,
does
yeah.
so does Red Dead, and Tomb Raider, dude. Shit,
Yeah.
this one on
Tomb Raider's got guns.
See,
It's got 2 guns, you know.
see.
Sorry.
Wait, no, I don't. Wait, what?
Oh, right. Yeah. That was old Larcroft. This is younger. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My mistake.
So, God of War, when I was watching Cody play it, it looked sick, dude. He was just doing a puzzle. Like, the graphics were phenomenal. And, like, some of he kind of explained to me, like, the puzzle stuff that goes on.
I was lost.
Yeah, it was a
That was
lot of
bad.
just running around, but, like, the combat, he fought, like, a titan or something. I don't know. It was nuts.
Big ass
It was
rock monster.
badass. And, like, the fight, like, it looks smooth, dude. The combat looks so smooth. And, like,
Mhm.
I felt like he was doing like a lot of these complex moves until he cheesed it and just started throwing a hammer at his chest behind a wall. But
Okay.
That was-
All right. Calm
I
down.
mean,
Hey,
Exposed.
it happens. It happens.
Exposed.
We take W's wherever
yeah,
we
when
can.
you can get them.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they're handed to you, you don't throw away a free W. Absolutely. But also like watching Peter play Red Dead Redemption was like a lot of fun, dude. That game actually looks like a hoot. Like
It's a hoot
looks-
nanny.
But it looks so funny, but at the same time, like
Ugh.
the storyline, like what you explained to me, like it seemed
John Marsh.
super in depth. Like it seemed like very cool. So honestly, like I'd probably go with Red Dead Redemption. I don't really know the
It's
God
got
of War
guns. God of War doesn't
story.
have guns.
Yo, but the horses, dude, the horses makes Red Dead Redemption.
I just think
It's
personally that
so
Red Dead
funny.
isn't a better action adventure game than, say, God of War.
Yeah, especially because like again, like kind of what I said, even they kind of define it as like combining combat with traversal and puzzling. So like there's not really puzzles, I'd say, to Red Dead.
Oh, right.
The traversal of the map is really fun. I think they did like the fast travel really good. The horse movement is really good. Even like the gameplay is good. It feels weird at times, like shooting guns in Red Dead. Like I played a lot of it, and I gotta say it feels, and for some odd reason, just weird.
Iffy.
Yeah, I wish like the free thing felt better, but it kind of feels like I guess it's kind of they really put in player movement into like the aiming as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you can kind of feel that with everything your character does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was one thing.
Yeah, great game though.
I want to say about Gao as well. So like I played 1, 2, 3. I played the shitty one in between 3 and the new one.
Ascension.
Yeah, that was bad. And like Kratos feels like super quick, super fast. You can dodge out of anything. And like this game, they made him feel like a man. You know, every movement you make has weight to it. You can't just like cancel an axe throw in the middle of it to block. You know, you can't do that kind of stuff anymore. Like, it was a great game. I enjoyed it.
True.
So, hey, Marsh, do you have a message for us?
I'm feeling a little tired, Marsh.
Hells yes, my dudes. Okay, so what's up, guys? This podcast was brought to you by Rogue Energy. Do you need intense energy, rapid reaction time, tunnel vision focus, maximum controls with a delicious taste and 0% sugar?
You know I do.
Well, you should try Rogue Energy. you guys can go to therogueenergy.com and use the code Broken Dagger, all one word, and get a 10% discount on your purchase. They just came out with a new flavor, strawberry kiwi. So definitely check that out. You guys can get a starter pack for $14.99, and it comes with all the flavors. So definitely check out therogueenergy.com.
Boom, there you have it. So, going into our next segment, drum roll. Would you rather? Wow, I mean that was a good. It was a good cut on the second part. Much appreciated. You want to start us off, Marshall? Your face is screaming, "I have a good one."
It's not screaming I have a good one, but okay. Okay.
Do you have one?
No, we're starting off deep.
Ooh.
Deep. Okay.
Okay.
Would you rather lose all of your memories from birth to now, or lose your ability to make new long-term memories? That's pretty messed up.
That's wicked.
That's pretty messed up.
So,
Is there option C?
No. So lose all your memories up until now, or lose the ability to have long-term memories.
You're literally betting. It's kind of like what is going to be better? What memories are going to be better? Your childhood or your future? And it's kind of a bet, dude.
Honestly, I'd have to, in my opinion, like, you have to keep your memories up to now. I think if you were just here and like you were thinking, oh, I think I would take the opposite. I think I would like to rather make long-term memories from now. It would just like snap and you'd be like a potato. You wouldn't know who you are. You wouldn't know who you were. Like, I feel like you would be such a different person that it would feel like, in my opinion, I'd probably like want to kill myself if I like literally didn't even know like why I was the person the way I was. That would be like your brain would explode. It'd be fucked.
I don't know. I'm gonna go against you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say I'm gonna lose everything up until now. I'm gonna look towards the future. You know,
We're gonna hold W.
I'm gonna hold W. I'm gonna walk forward. You know, people still have memories of me. They can tell me things about myself. But if I can't remember anything going on, dude, I'm not remembering, my wedding. I'm not remembering my child, a longing, I'm not remembering anything. My life now, I don't remember anything. Well, yeah.
You wake up in the morning, who are you?
Yeah. Get out of my bed. No, like, you will not remember anything meaningful to you from this point onward. And I don't think that would be a way to live. I think I'd want to kill myself more there than I would losing my old memories. We become a new person. Maybe we could become a better person. Maybe I become more of a piece of shit. I don't know. I'll take the risk. I'll roll the dice.
True.
We'll see where we
Cody,
go.
dude.
I
would rather get rid of my past. I would rather look forward to my future with kind of like a fresh restart, dude. You know? Like, you get to fucking be a new person. Like, maybe not to everyone else, but to you, you're a baby, dude.
You're a potato
fresh.
for a month.
Dude, I mean, like, I'm assuming that you remember how to speak your language and, like, kind of like general day-to-day stuff that's not really memories. It's just kind of like motor functions.
Yeah, I think you keep your knowledge of the world.
You just don't have it.
I literally took it as you're just blank.
Blank slate.
Absolutely blank. That's the way I took it. So I was just like, that doesn't even fucking work, dude. You wake up and just start shitting yourself. You're
just like, yeah, I think I'll
you
rather
get
have
fired
a future,
from your job, but you wouldn't even know how to apply for jobs. You'd be fucked.
Are you coming to work? What's work? What do you mean?
You're waiting, your phone would ring. You wouldn't pick it up. You're like, whose phone is that? What is that thing? And I don't even know what that is, dude. You're like, answer it. You're like,
how? Answer what? Who? What does that mean?
What is answering?
Hello?
Right.
Yeah, I think I would rather do future.
What about you, Marsh?
I don't know. You guys have all made very good points on either side.
I think it depends on how like if you still retain knowledge of like things, I would probably take the other option.
Yeah,
To be honest.
that's what I'm leaning towards, I think. You guys definitely made some good points there, yeah.
Yeah. I just think future memories. We've got a lot of life to live still, you know. So, all right. We ready to move on to the next one?
Yes, sir.
All right, dude. I got one for you.
All right.
Would you rather go back in time and meet your ancestors pre 1800s, or go into the future and meet your great great grandchildren after 2020? Or sorry, 2200s. It's
2020.
2 years from now.
Your great great grandchildren 2 years from now.
About to
She
be
goes by
busy,
fast.
or I'm learning something.
So, just to reiterate, in 2200, that's when you would meet your great grandchildren, or in the 1800s, before the 1800s, so like 1700s.
But you come back to your current time.
You just go meet them.
No, you stay there.
You stay there.
Yeah.
You stay there.
No, I'm
Why
going to
would
the
anyone
future.
want to go back
If I'm
then?
going to
go
the past,
future. Go
dude.
future then. 100%.
I think you take out you stay there because then you wouldn't want to go back.
But that's just the question.
If you
We
don't
can take it.
stay
We can
there,
take it out.
I'm
We can
going
take it
back.
out to make it a little bit more difficult. So you get to come back. What would you
Okay.
choose?
Yeah,
Would you-
I'm going back in time.
to meet your ancestors.
Yeah. I don't want to see
Look,
the
there's
future.
this thing called fucking Apple and Google. You don't know what that means yet, but you must tell everyone in our family about it
The family
and
motto.
invest in it. You might not know what that word means yet, but just shut the fuck up and listen to me.
Yeah, I think go back. Cuz dude, if I go to the future and I come back to the present time, I'd be like, dude, they got this, they got that, dude. I'm
Yeah.
not even going to be alive for that.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
You kind of I'll go back.
true.
You get to see, the world at a different
Ask some
time.
questions.
Ask some questions, yeah, right? But it's something that has already happened, so we're never going back there. But if we go to the future and I see that the PS19 has some pog champion games, dude, I'm like, damn,
It's a whole room.
Red Dead 20's looking fucking pog, dude. I can't even play this. I might kill my grandchildren just so they can't play it.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm saying I go back. Yeah.
Dude, I don't think I could go back, man. My heritage is from Scotland. I really don't want to talk to him. Aye, laddie. I'm like, no, we're done.
Everyone's wearing
I'm out.
Kilts.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I'd want to go back either because like I'm like Irish as well, so I kind of feel that.
Yeah.
Just be like insane. I wouldn't even be able to understand what the fuck they're talking about. Like Irish is just like English. It's not English.
Irish speak
Yeah.
Guelga.
It's drunken English, to be honest.
Dude, for me personally, like my dad, he's adopted, right? So he doesn't know what his what his background
Heritage.
is, right?
Yeah.
What So I think that would be pretty
Um,
pog.
That would be cool.
Pretty cool.
I definitely go forward as well because then I would just be like, oh, this stock blew up. Sure, I'd be set now still.
Fair enough.
Just get some knowledge, dude.
Fair enough, yeah.
You're like,
Oh,
oh
dude.
wow, this game was gonna come out. Well, I love that idea.
Yeah.
Pull a Back to the Future. Get the sports records, so you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
who's
yeah.
gonna win every major sporting event, and then just go bet on them.
There you go.
That's
enough,
fair.
enough.
That's fair.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, I think future.
I wouldn't want to fuck with anything though. If you go
Yeah,
to the
what if it
past and
alters?
tell them something, then you're gonna alter something. It's a
Yeah.
butterfly effect.
Yeah.
I just want to take a selfie with like columnists and dip.
But I
I don't
mean,
know.
even going into the future, you could alter something. You come back and you're like,
Yeah,
dude, there
no,
was
absolutely.
this, or like,
No, you alter the
Betting.
future when you come back.
yeah.
So
but
like
Yeah,
what
you're
you
doing the alter.
what you've went to when you
No,
went
yeah,
to the
I-
future will never be the same again.
I know, and like that's like, do you want to fuck with that?
I don't care.
He
Fuck
was
'em.
like, I'm gonna be rich. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
But dude, what if I get there and my family's just some like Joe Schmoes? You know, they're just some regular people. I can make them rich later.
You
Making
becoming
people
rich will
ri-
change your future.
Exactly.
They might not even
Making people
exist.
rich isn't the best thing either.
No, I don't know.
No, me being
up in
rich
the
is probably like number one. That'd be like sick.
Okay.
I feel that. Okay, I
Alright.
got one.
All right.
This one's just kind of interesting. Would you rather the aliens that make first contact be robotic or organic?
Oh.
Like, you know
I
what I
don't
mean?
know.
Like, would you
Yeah.
rather them?
I would rather them be robotic because then that would be less scary. If they come and they're organic, dude, I'm fucking out.
But dude, the thing
I'm gone.
I thought that too, right? But if they're robotic, that means somebody made them, or you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
they
there's-
were organic. Yeah.
There's somebody else. You know what I mean?
I just think if they're robotic, then like there's at least like a sense of like code. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
they're like, if they're like organic, they're like unpredictable.
Yeah. I feel that. Yeah.
I feel the same way, but opposite. I feel like robots could be like, go terminate everyone and bring us supplies. To where organics, you could like hopefully discuss.
You could talk. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
and
fair.
like try to bargain with them. I don't know.
That's
Don't
fair.
kill us, please. Take us with you.
Yeah.
Something. I don't
Both-
know.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, both points are pretty good. Yeah, because if they're just programmed to just kill, you can't stop it unless you can reprogram.
Right.
True. What about you, Kelso?
Organic sounds terrifying.
Yeah,
I just picture like these slimy aliens, and I'm just like, God, that's gross.
Cthulhu comes out of a spaceship. I'd probably shit myself.
I
Oh,
how do you-
honestly,
yeah.
I would rather neither of them make contact with me.
He doesn't want
Just
first contact.
skip me, pass. On to the next.
How do you
Getting
know
probed,
these
Aaron.
organic aliens have morals though? What if they're like, oh yeah, we'll debate with you, and then they're like, yeah, so you're gonna do all this stuff, we won't destroy your world, and then they just do it
Debated.
anyway.
You don't.
Exactly. They're
You don't know if the
unpredictable.
robots have a good code or a bad code. It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
I mean, but once they get there,
what if the
you-
robots
you-
had
you
human
pretty
emotions?
much know from there.
right.
And then they
Then
can
they're
deceive
fucked.
you.
Then you're totally fucked.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey.
like
It's all just a gamble.
nothing's good in this situation.
Okay.
just
I
keep an
guess
EMP grenade on deck, dude. You're good.
Yeah.
Unless
Yo,
they got some
develop
some
superpowers.
some anti EMP. You know.
They run off some space juice, man.
Yeah.
They don't need no electricity.
They're far past our.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a gamble either way.
Oh,
I
definitely.
feel. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I would rather them never. You know.
Yeah.
But,
Unless they come in waving a white flag, I'm like,
Even then.
even then, you know,
can't trust them.
Trump is launching missiles at those motherfuckers. Same with Russia,
This
dude.
guy.
They're
Yeah,
launching
Putin.
missiles too. Yeah.
That's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, aliens don't come here if you're listening. We're terrible people. Give us time.
And if you
We'll get
do,
better.
just go to someone else, please.
Don't go to U.S. or Russia. It's a bad call.
I got one for y'all.
All right, we got
Or
one
North
more.
Korea.
One more.
All right. Would you rather talk like Yoda or breathe like Darth Vader? Talk like this, I will.
Or breathe like you've been smoking like your entire life up to now.
Can I sound like Vader too? Can I have like a deep, luscious voice?
I say
Go
talk
for a
like
Vader
Yoda.
voice real quick.
I can't do it, dude.
I
It's
just wanna
so
know-
deep.
What would you want your Vader voice to be like?
It'd be dark and deep.
No.
I am your father. I don't know.
No, it doesn't say voice. It says breathe. So
Breathe.
I think it's just your voice with a huge nasal congestion.
I'm taking the congestion. At least then I could be like, my nose is plugged. If you sound like Yoda, it's like you have a mental disorder. Like, what's wrong? Why are you talking like this? What is wrong
This
with
guy
you?
has dyslexia.
With, speaking
With his words.
dyslexia,
Yeah, I don't know. I'll take the breathing.
I think I would rather talk like Yoda. I think it's
I think it'd
funny.
be pretty interesting. You know.
I
You're
would.
gonna pick up a chick talking like Yoda.
I already can't speak regularly, so
I can't pick
go
up a
Yoda
chick
all the
right
way.
now speaking normally. So
Okay, well, fair enough. I don't think you're picking up a chick either way, to be honest.
Maybe with Yoda, I'd be like a little bit more sophisticated. Maybe. Probably.
I was
not.
thinking that it'd look a little cuter than breathing like a smoker. Yeah.
Oh shoot.
What about you, Snotty?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I want to hear. Yeah.
What's up, Snot?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to say Yoda because sometimes I wake up in the morning, dude, and I feel like I'm breathing like Darth Vader, and it's not fun.
Okay.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. Shall we jump right back in
Yes, sir.
to our predictions?
We're gonna go back to the best action game. Last category was best action adventure. This one is just best action. So we got Call of Duty Black Ops 4, Dead Cells, Destiny 2, Far Cry 5, and Mega Man 11. What do you guys got?
You want to start, Marsh?
Oh, sure. I think best action game this year. I'm hoping Dead Cells wins. My vote is
My
for
man.
Dead Cells or Far Cry 5, to be honest. I don't really think Far Cry 5 fits in the category, I don't think. But
For action?
I mean, I think it could be in other categories more than an action game. I think it could have been in action adventure. I think it could have been in something else. No, but Far Cry 5 is sick. But I think I'm gonna go with Dead Cells.
Yeah. Actually, I have like literally the same picks. My personal pick is Far Cry 5. I platinumed the game. I 100%ed it. I loved all of it. The exploration, the open world, all the side quests. It was just really fun. I think the only thing that really holds it back from me saying that it'll win is it's another Far Cry game.
Yeah.
If you've played Far Cry 3, Far Cry 4, you kind of already get the gist of Far Cry 5. And I love Dead Cells. Dead Cells is an amazing game. They keep releasing DLCs that are free for it. They keep adding items, all kinds of stuff to this game. It's got a hardcore style to it. You can make it harder, adding like the other Dead Cells in, making restrictions on healing, all kinds of stuff to it. And I love the game. I hope it wins.
I agree. I hope it wins too.
I'm kind of going for Far Cry. I think it'd be pretty cool. I thought that was like a really awesome game. I love how you can play it like co-op. I don't know why that just like makes me like a game a lot. Dead Cells does look really cool though. I actually kind of want to I actually really want to play that game.
Buy it. It's worth it.
But yeah, so it's 2 for me.
He's taking plops.
Call of Duty Black Ops 4.
I liked Far Cry 5. I played it a little bit. It was enjoyable from what we played. The multiplayer is a little fucked, but that's okay.
Oh, dude, the multiplayer
Oh
was
yeah,
mad fun,
I
dude.
forgot about that.
Oh,
We
it was
went
so
hardcore.
bad.
It was
The
bad.
fact that community can make maps and game modes, I think, is pretty cool too.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very cool. But it
Dude, that
also
was hardcore.
caused a lot of shit.
That was rough. The game
was a
hadn't been
shit
out for
storm.
very long
No.
when we were trying to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went back because I had to get multiplayer trophies for the platinum, and it was still just as bad, by the way. So nothing changed.
Dude, consistency. Consistency is key.
Cody, would you also put Far Cry 5 under the sports game for the fishing and the hunting that you have to
The
do for the
fishing.
achievements?
Oh my god, fishing was fun. The hunting was a pain in the butt because like there are certain animals you can only get in like little tiny specks on the map, and you have to be there at a certain time, and you have to bring certain baits. It was a pain in the butt. The fishing was fun though. I liked the fish.
But I'm going to take Call of Duty Black Ops. Okay, next.
All right, next we got best VR or AR game. There's Astrobot Rescue Mission, Beat Saber, Firewall Zero Hour, Moss, and Tetris Effect.
Mine's pretty short. I haven't played much. From what I've seen though, Beat Saber looked pretty cool.
Beat Saber looks.
That's what I'm going with.
Champion.
Beat Saber looks sick. Yeah, that was what I was gonna go with.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Tetris Effect personally, but I think that Beat Saber is gonna win, and I think it deserves to win. I think it looks pretty sick. It looks pretty fun. I'm hoping that Firewall Zero Hour becomes a good game. I know they were trying to go into the esports scene with that in the VR category
Oh,
of
wow.
esports. So I hope it becomes a good game. It just came out recently, like maybe a month or two ago.
What type of game is it?
It's like a first person shooter. It's kind of like a team based shooter objective, kind of like not, I guess, CS:GO, like army style. Like it's like a team shooter.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, I'm gonna go with Tetris Effect, but I think Beat Saber is gonna win.
Okay. Next category.
Is best mobile game. So for best mobile
Fortnite.
game, we have Donut County, Florence, Fortnite, PUBG Mobile, and Reigns, Game of Thrones.
From what you said, the donut one sounds pretty cool. I kind of want to play it now just to see. My original
Same.
pick for myself was PUBG. Like, I think they do a lot more than what they did on PC, and it's like a lot more fun because people aren't just like camping in buildings.
Hey, you guys
on
see
mobile.
PUBG's coming to PS4?
No.
Don't care. I saw it and was like, I'm not gonna try this. Who do I think's gonna win? Fortnite.
Fortnite's gonna win. I'm pretty certain Fortnite will win too.
It's got an ad with Galaxy.
Okay, so for me, it's between Donut County and Florence. I heard that Florence is actually a really, really, really good game. It's like a pretty, has like a pretty deep story. But when it comes to mobile games, we talked about it on the last podcast. You know, it's about the time wasters, not Fortnite. So, I think Donut County should win, in my opinion. I think it will win.
Okay.
From what you've said about Donut County, it really sounds like Whole IO, the game I play
I
online.
played that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that game. So I'm personally going to pick Donut County. What do I think is going to win? Fortnite. To be honest, it's massive right now. And not to mention, I was at Thanksgiving dinner, and I have a couple of cousins that are younger, and
Now doing the dances.
they seriously, the floss and Orange Justice.
Bring it down, Kelso.
And thanks, man. And they were playing Fortnite like while we were eating and stuff. So
Did you get your hands on the game?
no, I didn't
unlucky.
care to.
Disappointed.
Unlucky.
Do the research.
I just do the research.
Can I pause for a second? Am I the only one who's not played a .I game in this group? There was like the Slither Snake one.
Yeah.
Now there's a whole
crap
one
ton.
apparently.
Well, Kelso made me play the
Paper
snake
IO.
one.
Paper.
There's a battle royale
Okay.
one. It's pretty fun.
What?
Wait, what?
All right.
XQC plays it on stream in between Overwatch queues. Well, he used to before he got banned, but he plays it in between queues.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a bird's
Interesting.
eye view battle royale game.
Oh, Pog.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we got the best independent game. So we have Celeste, Dead Cells, Into the Breach, Return of the Obra Dinn, and The Messenger.
Pretty sure Celeste is gonna win. Celeste has been like really big.
Yeah. I think what's gonna win, I think is Celeste or Messenger. My personal pick is still Dead Cells. I still am in love with that game. Yeah, I don't know.
Dude, honestly,
They're all pretty good, I think.
this Return of the Obra Dinn, the art style looks actually pog.
That's the only one I have no experience
I
with.
have no idea what it is. It actually looks hardcore.
Yeah.
It looks pretty sick. I think that Celeste will win. I want Celeste to win, or Dead Cells. It's between Dead Cells and Celeste, but my vote is for Celeste to win.
I think Celeste earns it a little more with like
Personally,
the story and
Yeah. Celeste is a very good game.
Yeah.
That's my pick.
I personally know nothing about this category, so I'm gonna have to take a skip.
Okay.
Okay, next we have games for impact. I'll read the description. For a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message. We have 1111 Memories Retold, Celeste, Florence, Life is Strange 2 Episode 1, and The Missing, J.J. Macfield and the Island of Memories.
I don't know really much about the category, so
Same.
So the category is pretty much like last year. The game that won was a developer who designed a game about his son who died of cancer. So the game is about his son. The game, the game is like very they're usually like deep, very thought provoking, and make you feel things. They're
I
usually
just-
indie games.
yeah, I just meant I hadn't played them.
Do they have
Um,
like a meaning, like behind them, like a message? Or,
Yeah.
like-
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty
Oh,
much,
yeah.
my vote is for Celeste because Celeste is about depression, and it's pretty sick actually. I played it on stream, and I was at the point where she realizes that she has depression and that she needs to get help with it. I was playing on stream and I was kind of by myself, right? There's no one in chat, but then there's this random guy that just came into my chat and we were just talking, and she gets to the top of the mountain, or she's making her way up the mountain, and then she realizes that she has depression, and like she, she's always beating herself up and stuff, and then she has like another side of her, and they battle all the time. They fight each other, and her dark side ends up throwing her to the bottom of the mountain, and she wants to give up, but she doesn't give up, and she makes it back to the top of the mountain. So I think Celeste, for me, it's probably one of the best games that I played all 2018. To be honest, it's very good. I highly recommend it. But yeah, I think that it's my game, my impact game. I also heard that Life is Strange 2 is really good, especially because it deals with race and police brutality, which is pretty big in today's society right now. And they deal with race and police brutality, and it's something that I really want to play. So I think that could win it as well, but I think Celeste deserves it. But this 1111 Memories Retold looks sad as fuck.
Did you see a trailer or something?
I don't have much experience except for Celeste and Life is Strange. I hope Celeste wins. I think it was a really good game, and like you said, Marsh, it was very kind of touching
Yeah.
and really sad at points too.
Yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of Life is Strange. I didn't like the first one, and even though the second one does touch on a lot, I wasn't a big fan of the game itself, which is kind of hard for me to like
Fair enough.
get behind it, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we have best performance. So these are like the voice actors for different games. So we have Brian Deckhart as Connor from Detroit, Christopher Judge as Kratos from God of War. The voice actress for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Melissa Thee.
Melissa.
We have Roger Clark as the boy Arthur Morgan in Red Dead 2, and Yuri Lowenthal as Peter Parker in Spider-Man. For me, I think it's between God of War and Red Dead Redemption 2, I think.
I'm gonna go with Roger Clark. I can trust that face.
Dude, I totally went with Brian Deckhart or Yuri for Peter Parker, man. At the end of Spider-Man, I like choked up a bit. Like it's actually like the amazing storyline, and actually that's probably my favorite part about that game. Is just all the cutscenes and like the storytelling. I was totally like drawn in with his character in Spider-Man.
True.
I went with Yuri as well, Peter Parker. I feel like he played it like really well.
It was
He just
fantastic.
felt like Spider-Man, you know.
Yeah, I
He
agree.
felt like a younger Peter Parker.
Yeah, I loved like Arthur Morgan like too. I thought he did like a great job with the voice, but it was Also, just like the game, it made me like Arthur Morgan as well, because it was like the way I played the game that made me really love Arthur Morgan. And I
True.
don't think I might have like had that effect if I didn't play it the way I did.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I felt that way for God of War. Like, I felt like the voice actor did well. I love like the kind of like low grungy voice he has. But like he doesn't really talk that much. I don't know.
Mm,
Kratos is a man of few words, and
it's
he
true.
screams
Yeah.
a lot. Boy.
Okay, this next category I'm actually pretty amped for. It's best audio design presented by Dolby. There's Black Ops 4,
Dolby?
Forza,
Dolby. Dolby from Harry Potter.
Dolby.
God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Let's be honest. Call of Duty's audio is fucked when the game first came out.
It's not good.
It was awful. So this is the first category I'm probably not gonna pick Call of Duty, to be honest. But I haven't really played the other ones, so I don't know how the games sound.
For me, my pick is Spider-Man. So a fun fact that I learned about Spider-Man is that they recorded everything 2 times, which is absolutely insane. They recorded it when Spider-Man is standing still, and they recorded when Spider-Man is moving or web slinging through the city.
Tired.
So
Yeah.
the same cutscene or the same dialogue, depending on where you are in the game or what you're doing in the game, will sound different for different people. Whether you're standing still or actually moving, he'll be out of breath saying these lines. But if you're standing still, he'll just present the line normally. And I thought that was actually insane.
That's actually really good.
I was going with Spider-Man for the same reason.
Yeah, I think that's actually incredible. Close second is Red Dead Redemption 2. Red Dead has, I think it's pretty good audio all around.
Especially just when you're like hunting,
Yeah.
and you get like all the sounds, and even when you use the eagle eye and you focus on certain things, you hear those sounds more,
Yeah.
and you do the other sounds. It's really, really cool.
Wow. That's actually really cool about Spider-Man. I did not know that.
Yeah, that's actually insane.
Without knowing that, my pick was Forza. I feel like they
Those
did their
revving
best
engines.
they can, yeah, to like really feel like you're in a car driving a car.
Yeah, fair
you
enough.
know, I feel like the sound design was really nice for that game.
I feel like
That's my
overall
only reason.
they put a lot into the game, to be honest.
Yeah, yeah.
They have to. It's their most selling game.
Yeah. Okay, next up, we have best score / music presented by Spotify. There's Celeste, God of War, Spider-Man, Ni no Kuni 2, Octopath Traveler, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah. Okay. My personal pick was Celeste, just because I really got like engrossed in that game, and I felt like the music really kind of like picked up its highs and like still like brought it down when she's like depressed and low and stuff like that. Like it really kind of moves you through the game. I think the game helps with that as well. What I think is gonna win, just from what I saw of Marsh play, and I think Ni no Kuni, I think it did a really good job with all of its scores and music.
Fair enough.
Yep, I kind of had the same answer there. I do think Red Dead Redemption soundtrack was really good though. Like full songs, which is pretty cool. And like right when you're playing the game, they all come at the right time, and it really sets the mood for that whole game. But yeah, I definitely think Ni no Kuni or Celeste is probably the most deserving and have like the best.
Okay, so for me, it's pretty tough between Ni no Kuni, Celeste, and Red Dead Redemption. But just like a fun side fact, the reason I found Celeste was because I was going through Spotify on the video game soundtracks, and I actually found the Celeste soundtrack. And I listened to Celeste on Spotify, and then I looked it up on Twitch, and then I bought the game. So the reason I found the game was through its soundtrack. So I thought that was like pretty sick.
That's cool.
But yeah, Ni no Kuni soundtrack, I don't know, but I'm pretty Ni no Kuni 1 was the animation and the sound, the score was made by Studio Ghibli. The people who work at Studio Ghibli, they designed the game, they did the animations, and they also did the soundtrack. And I'm pretty sure they didn't do the animation for the second game, but the same guy who does all the music for Ni no Kuni, I mean for Studio Ghibli movies, he made the music for Ni no Kuni 2. And I'm a fan of all of that. So I think it's Ni no Kuni, but Red Dead Redemption 2, I think honestly this year I think it has the best soundtrack, dude. It went so hardcore, dude. It actually went, dude, when you're riding through the forest and the sun is
I
coming
already
up,
know what scene you're talking.
Dude.
When you're like at the end of the game and you're like riding to the camp and the lighting is just
It goes-
the lighting of that game is actually the best. Like I've seen it almost ever.
The-
It's so good.
the soundtrack
But,
goes so hardcore. Like there's
Yeah,
two
the soundtrack is just like it always is like right along with the mood of the game.
Yeah, there's two scenes that I lost it. Scene number one is when they come back from the island, and you're riding back to your camp to try to find the rest of your crew, and there's a song that plays, and it's like raining, it's foggy, it's pretty sick. And then at the very end of the game, when you're riding back to your camp, and you kind of realize everything's gone to shit, and you're getting all these memories back, and yeah, I think Red Dead is really really sick, but Ni no Kuni 2 was really good as well. There's a song that plays during the final boss battle. After this boss beats you down, dude, and then you're about to win, and the music plays, and you're like, okay, GG's, this time to win. So I think it's pretty tough between those two. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ni no Kuni.
I don't know, boys. To be honest, I don't know any of these soundtracks from these games.
Okay.
Okay, so next up we have Best Art Direction for outstanding creative and or technical achievement in artistic design and animation. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, God of War, Octopath Traveler, Red Dead Redemption 2, and Return of the Obra Dinn. And dude, that art looks sick. I don't know anything about that game.
I actually watched a little bit of it like just now, and it's pretty cool, dude. So you're just like you're looking at crime scenes, and you can like totally traverse all around, and all of the game looks like that.
Really, that's pretty
It's
sick.
actually pretty cool.
That's pretty sick. For me, I think best art direction, I think Octopath, or I'd say Return of the Obra Dinn. That just looks really sick, to be honest. But I think Octopath has a really good art direction. I love the 8-bit style, and they just kind of modernized it, and it still looks pretty good.
I would have kind of agreed. Like it's the thing about games like Assassin's Creed and God of War and like Red Dead, like they look so good, but like it's because they look really realistic, and like obviously like something like God of War has creatures and a lot of like mythological
Creatures look pretty sick.
creatures, which is brought to life, which is really really cool. But I think just like an actual like creative design kind of means a bit more to me personally. That's kind of why I would go with like Octopath or even like that Obra Dinn game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the same thought process as you, Snot. I took Octopath for my choice and what should win. I just like there's like you said, there's a lot of games that just go for realism nowadays. So
Yeah.
it's kind of nice to see these games kind of going even back to like retro style and put a
And
twist
still
on it.
do good. It still be popular. Still, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Totally.
I agree with what you guys are saying. I feel like the norm is like these high diverse water graphics and everything else. I feel like everyone kind of goes for the similar look nowadays. I do like 8-bit style. I'm not sure about these ones because I haven't really looked into Octopath or Obra Dinn, but I do kind of like the 8-bit style as well, going along with like Rogue Legacy kind of thing. But true, that's my opinion.
Next up, we have Best Narrative. Detroit Become Human, God of War, Life is Strange 2, Episode 1, Spider-Man, and Dead 2.
One's rough for me.
It's
So
pretty
there's
tough. It's pretty tough.
a lot of good games in this category.
Yeah.
I kind of canceled out Life is Strange. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of the game. God of War actually like put a story into the game, which was unheard of before this God of War. Which it was really, I liked it a lot. I thought it'd be annoying at first traveling with your son. I thought he'd just kind of be like Ashley from like Resi 4 and just get in the way.
Yeah.
But the way they use him is nice. The way that you're like going on this huge adventure with him, you know, it's not just Kratos going out getting revenge anymore. There's a reason why you're doing this all. He has a heart. He's like a human. I like it a lot. Red Dead, I haven't played personally, but I've like heard great things about the narrative and the storytelling. And then Detroit Become Human, like, is just that's the game I personally picked. Just because it's like
Dream
all
just makes
story,
crazy
man.
games, dude.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
pick, man.
Like, there's so many branching paths and so many different decisions. You mess up a button prompt, somebody dies, and the whole game changes. Like, it's
Yeah,
just
it-
crazy to me.
It's
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I'm with you, Cody. I went with Detroit. I don't really think that like any game can even like stand up to the storytelling that they possess and just like how many options in the way that they can all play out for you. I was really like again like the fact that even God of War had a storyline more defined is what made me super interested in this game in the first place. I think Red Dead's actually could have been maybe a little bit better.
Dude,
Okay.
if they just took out one last time, like maybe like 3
Yeah.
times,
Yeah,
the game would be a little bit better.
just especially on the second half of the game.
Yep.
The first half of the game is actually phenomenal, and I think the second half could have just used like a bit more like fleshing out. But again, they even came out and said what was going on in their studios.
Gotcha.
Like Spider-Man's narrative
Spidey,
was
too.
really good, but like I
Yeah.
kind of knew what I was getting into when you play Spider-Man. You know, like I kind of know I knew the storyline already, so I kind of like it was more just the way everything is like shown to you that like and I just love Spider-Man. That's what made me like it, but it's not like it's like a super outstanding narrative. You kind of know what you're getting into when you picking up Spider-Man.
Right.
If you're surprised that Doc Ock goes evil on you, like I don't know what to tell you.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Detroit. I love all the Quantic Dream games, but Red Dead 2 actually I really like the story like a lot. I'm a big fan of Red Dead 1, and seeing how certain things led up to number 1 was pretty cool. There was the middle section of the story that I thought was kind of a little bit extra, a little bit Hollywood, a little bit. It took for me. It took a little bit away from the game once they hit up on the island.
Yeah.
I was kind of took a
Yeah.
little bit away from me. But I think the game is really good, and the whole end section of the game really actually inspired me, dude, and it kind of made me want to like. I was like, dude, I wish I could make video games. I wish I could make something like this. This is pretty insane. So I would say Red Dead has a really good story, but there's just parts here and there that I was like, dude, do we really have to, do this? Or like,
Yeah.
I wish they didn't do that. But yeah, I think Detroit has the best narrative. But I haven't played Life is Strange 2 yet, but I really liked Life is Strange 1 like a lot. And just the fact that Life is Strange 2, the two main characters are like colored kids, and there's a lot of like police brutality, like stuff in the game and stuff like that, and the game is about the older brother, and now he needs to lead his younger brother on the good path of life, right? They just have each other now and stuff. I think that's probably a story that I would relate to and kind of get behind. So I haven't played it yet, so I can't say it, but I think it could probably win, maybe.
I only got one thing to add to this out of this list, like for best narrative. To be honest, I haven't played any of these. Like the past 5, they've been pretty much the same games. But like Detroit, when the trailers came out for that game initially, like it looked insane. It looked like a lot of fun, and like the decision making processes like reminded me of like a lot of old games like Heavy Rain, right? And then it seems kind of similar to that, like narratively speaking. I mean, not narratively speaking, but
Yeah,
play
I mean
style.
they made
Made by
It's
the
the-
same person.
they
Yeah,
made-
they
Yeah.
made Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Actually, I
Yeah.
didn't know that. But like that's I really like it, and like being able to choose your own narrative, essentially, like
Yeah.
what Cody was saying. With every decision makes it can make a difference. So I'd probably go with that.
Next up, we have Best Game Direction, awarded to a game studio for outstanding creative vision, vision and innovation in game direction and design. So we have A Way Out, Detroit, God of War, Spider-Man, and Red Dead 2,
And Fallout 76.
and not Fallout 76.
Dude, A Way Out was actually so sick.
If A Way Out doesn't win, awarded to a game with studio outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design. Okay, it's between A Way Out and Detroit, but Detroit's been done, dude.
Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you two played A Way Out, Cody Kelso?
No,
No.
me and Cody, I wanted to do.
You two should
do a
play that
stream.
game. You two gotta
Yeah.
play that game, honestly.
Yeah, I wanted to.
My pick is
I
A Way
just
Out.
didn't.
Honestly,
My
yeah.
pick is A Way Out 100%. Honestly, A Way Out could probably A Way Out could be even nominated for the narrative section. I don't think they would win, but they definitely deserve to be in the narrative section. Best game direction, I'm actually pretty happy that they're there. And especially that it's an indie game up here with these bigger games. I think that's pretty sick. But yeah, it's a very, very good game. Actually sick game.
Yeah, I agree. After like looking into like what they kind of meant, like it's the only game that's kind of really like branching off and doing something like somewhat new. So I
Mhm.
think it's like a shoe-in for the category. If it doesn't win, I'd actually be somewhat surprised.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I agree completely. Way Out looks sick. To be honest, it looks a lot different than like your mainstream games, especially.
Dude,
I mean, we talked.
you guys gotta play it.
You two should
Dude,
totally
I
play
want to
it.
do it on stream so bad.
100%. Honestly,
We-
you could
we did it
probably
on
beat it
stream.
in. You could probably beat it in like 2 days, 3 days.
We beat it in 2 streams. Altogether,
Yeah.
it was 8 hours. We beat the game in 8 hours.
All right, Cody, let's grind.
It's really good.
All right,
Yeah, me
I'm
and
down.
It's really good.
Me and Peter played it on stream. It was
Yeah.
pretty sick.
And it's cool too. I kind of thought like I thought so different of the game, and like definitely if you guys play it, just to take your time, explore around stuff.
Yeah.
You'll have a lot of fun. Trust.
Yeah,
I watched you guys like in the Anyway, I watched you guys stream for a little bit. I didn't want to ruin it for myself, so I watched a little bit. But
yeah, fair
yeah,
enough.
it looked awesome. It definitely looked really cool. So excited.
Okay, next up we got Best Ongoing Game. Awarded to a game for outstanding development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience over time. So we have Destiny 2, Fortnite, No Man's Sky, Overwatch, and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
I don't know about you guys, but the growth of Overwatch, it only makes me from like upset to actual like angry and then into rage. Like it evolves into a
Yeah,
different stage
it's
that I don't
getting-
really want to go down.
It's making the player experience worse.
Winston main, by the way.
Yeah, main take by the way.
Main
tank, by the way.
The primal rage.
CC, I love it.
The primal rage.
Haha.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Overwatch. The addition of Doomfist, of Brigitte,
Sombra?
of Wrecking Ball, of Sombra. Dude, this game isn't okay. So we're my personal choice is No Man's Sky.
Same.
Destiny? No.
No. My personal choice is Fortnite. I really love the new cosmetics that they add into the game every week. You like moths, lamps?
You like dead memes? We got them.
Wait, did they add a moth one?
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
with a lamp pickaxe.
Yeah.
But yeah, No Man's Sky is my pick for best ongoing game. I think I wish that I could say Battleborn, but No Man's Sky did what Battleborn couldn't, and they came from the ashes. They rose back up, So I think they deserve a lot of credit. I think, and they went from a very small studio to a bigger studio. It sucks that they promised a lot of things that didn't happen, but I can appreciate that they've worked like very hard. I've kind of followed their journey. I've read the blogs. I've been on Reddit and stuff like that, and I follow the main director on Twitter. And yeah, they put a lot of work into the game, and they added a lot of things that the players wanted. And yeah, I think they deserve it more than a lot of the other games on the list. I think, in my opinion.
I agree.
So, with No Man's Sky, it says for this category, the development of ongoing content that evolves the player's experience over time. In No Man's Skies, for their point, starting from the bottom, you can only get better. Am I right? So, they're probably gonna win. They really shit the bed when the game came out.
I mean,
So-
they evolved the player experience. There's multiplayer now.
Yeah, but they promised that at the start.
You can build bases, you can drive vehicles, you can do this. None of that shit was available at the beginning. So
It's evolved.
Yeah, it's evolved. Exactly. I'm just saying, from the beginning, it's evolved from very low standards, I think.
My oh, continue.
I do think they're probably going to take it. I mean, I don't know. I don't see Fortnite taking it. All they do is add new weapons and take them back out. And then Destiny is
the cosmetics.
literally doing nothing
Cosmetics.
at all. It's just awful. They don't evolve.
New gear.
It's dumb. It's just like raise your light level, and it's just bullshit.
Same thing since D1.
Yeah, Tom Clancy's. I mean, I love the game, to be honest. I actually love Rainbow Six, but I mean, literally, what do
Dude,
they do to
their
improve the
cosmetics are
player's
bad.
experience?
I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, they're actually awful. But like, what do they do to improve the player's thing? They just add new characters and new maps. I mean, that's essentially what Overwatch does. I don't know. I feel like adding new features and I guess Overwatch has added new features, but nothing great. It's just awful. But yeah, No Man's Sky, man. I was just kind of memeing before, but I do think they've added a lot. They put a lot of hard work into it and actually made it a good game and actually made it what the people wanted it to be. So, good for them. I think they'll take it.
My personal pick is actually Siege.
Oh,
To your point, Aaron, yes, they do add new characters and maps. But no, it's not like Overwatch. You don't have a new character come out and they're busted as shit. They work very hard on balancing
dude,
the game.
Ash isn't
Maverick.
even broken.
Maverick, yeah, but they nerfed him within 2 weeks of him releasing. Like, they're at least on top of their stuff.
yeah.
I think a lot more than Blizzard.
Dude,
I don't
so is
know.
Overwatch. Brigitte does 0% after this next patch. Brigitte, get her the fuck out of here. Dude, her bash
How long has
does
she been in the game?
5 damage.
Ugh. I just think they
Wait,
keep
they're
up
reducing it
on it.
5
a lot
damage.
more.
No,
Oh,
she
Jesus.
does 50 damage
It'll
right
do.
now. Now it'll only do 5 damage.
Yeah.
Tracer meta's back, baby. Hells yeah.
So I just think whenever R6 releases a character, it generally doesn't shift meta too much. You're still gonna have people playing their normal people.
Yeah.
You don't see these huge gaps in it. That's just my personal pick. Who do I think is gonna win? I think No Man's gonna take it.
Yeah.
They've added so much into their game. They're still working on it as we speak. Like I think they're gonna take it.
I kind of wish Sea of Thieves was in here a little bit. They've added a lot of content in that game.
Yeah, but like the gameplay doesn't really evolve. You know, like they did add a bunch of new stuff to the game that even does affect the gameplay, like the cursed cannonballs and stuff like that. But like the core gameplay is still kind of
It's
the
just
same.
a development of ongoing content that evolves the player experience. So it's not so much like gameplay. I mean, I think it's also determined by like the things that they added, like the arena, for instance. I feel like that is a
That's
huge
true.
thing. It added a lot of different dynamic into the game. Like,
That's true.
yeah, I don't know. I would
I
like
could
to
see an
them
argument
here.
for it.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty offensive that they put Overwatch in it. Actually, now that you're saying all these things,
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's pretty
To be
offensive
honest-
to the gamers.
yeah, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I love Overwatch. It's a love-hate relationship, but with Overwatch, there's not much that they added. I mean, they added what
Oh
an
no,
endorsement
there's a
system.
lot that they added.
Okay, I mean, yeah, but
the
like, I mean,
games.
nothing like major that really makes a big difference in our gameplay. We still bitch about the entire game. I mean, they added the group finder. That was cool for a week. They added custom matches that are just sex lobbies now. I don't know, like they,
Accurate.
and, like, you know what I'm saying?
18
Like
and up.
endorsements that no one actually. You get endorsed even if you're a shitty teammate. Like I don't
Didn't
know.
say a word. Got shot caller.
caller.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I put it in the same boat as like League or Dota. It's like they add a character, they do balance changes. Although I guess R6 in there too.
Yeah.
Like it's like, is it really changing all that much? It's like, or is it things you expect the game just to do?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna release characters all the time. That's a constant. You're not evolving the player's experience. You're just adding content. It's not making the game better. It's not something new. It's not something fresh. It's the same thing, just a different pile of CC shit. I
You're
don't
saying
know.
Hammond didn't make Overwatch better?
Oh my god, I
Hey.
hate.
Hey, but
Hammond
okay,
so much.
they took the base game, and they changed Hanzo, Torb, Symmetra. Those are improvements to the game, dude. The game.
It's the thing though with Blizzard is like they don't just do anything to like a little bit. You know what I mean? They don't. I feel like their balancing is terrible. Because it's like,
literally just
okay,
One extreme to the next.
Brig's doing
Yeah,
too
it's
much
literally
damage with their
swipe button,
stun.
it just-
Why don't we just take it away?
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be better.
Well, dude.
It's just like
Didn't
just
they already
balance
reduce
it.
her damage?
Okay,
Like
look.
just melee damage?
They reduced the melee damage. They reduced the shield health, and then on the PTR they made it so you can't bash through shields, right? On the same PTR, the very next day, they reduced the damage of the bash. I'm like, you guys are just hitting her with all these nerfs at the same time.
She's
Also-
the new Mercy.
Also on the PTR, Doomfist is getting a nerf. So now Doomfist and Brig are gonna be gone. And Ashe, McCree, Soldier, Widow back in.
Why are they not nerfing Sombra? Okay.
I don't know.
Because Diva's a thing? I don't know.
We spent too much time. Let's move on.
Yeah,
Okay,
Topic
this
for
is-
another day.
This is the big one. This is the big one. We got Game of the Year 2018, boys. We got Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Celeste, God of War, Spider-Man, Monster Hunter World, and Red Dead Redemption 2.
I like all the games on here, to be honest. I think they all deserve a shot at Game of the Year. I think
it's
over
Pog that Celeste is up there. That's actually pretty sick, to be honest.
throwing an indie game up, it's awesome.
It's pretty sick.
Overall, I might be partially biased, but I'm gonna go with God of War. Playing through the game, all the gear you can get, the narrative, the combat. I would go back and I'd play it right now. It's a great game. It's fun, and I think it deserves Game of the Year.
For me, I think I'm a little bit too picky, right? Because I don't think Red Dead Redemption 2 is like Game of the Year because of what I said earlier about the narrative. I think but at the same time I'm like, dude, this game is actually amazing and it could probably be Game of the Year. But thinking about how, you said you'd go back and you would play God of War, I don't know how much I would go back and play Red Dead because I would want to skip the middle section of the game because I don't want to put myself through that again. So that's the only reason I would say that I don't think that Red Dead is like a Game of the Year. Is not my Game of the Year, but it's
Well-
not a bad game. What were you gonna say?
I just wanted to add on to that point. I think you're also missing a huge part for Red Dead is the multiplayer. I think that
Well, this is based on
It's
no
only in
multiplayer.
beta though.
this
Yeah,
is-
it's only the beta right now. It's not even like a full part of the game.
Oh, really?
This is based on no multiplayer.
Mm.
Mhm.
So I wouldn't even count the multiplayer, to be honest. Like Game of the Year by the game for the story, the gameplay and stuff. I don't think God of War. I mean, Red Dead is my Game of the Year because that middle section of the game is it's not bad, but it's just very. I didn't like it at all. I didn't enjoy it that much.
Mhm.
But I think I don't know. I think it's pretty hard for me. I think Celeste is really good, but I personally think that God of War will win Game of the Year, and I think that God of War should win Game of the Year only because they innovated the game. Something that has maybe 5 or 6 titles previously, and then they come up with this game that almost completely changed the game, and it was their biggest game to date, right? Where a lot of games are scared to do that. Assassin's Creed franchise, they're afraid to switch up the blueprint, right? It's just same game, same game. Now they're kind of adding the RPG elements here and there, and I don't really know if people want that or not or whatever. But a lot of games that have games already, they're afraid to switch up the blueprint a little bit and try something new. So I think God of War kind of deserves it for being still so successful and the biggest game in the franchise after changing so much about the game.
Yep, I agree. I was definitely gonna go with God of War as well. I even agree with like Red Dead. There's like I wouldn't want to like I don't think I would want to replay all of Red Dead.
Yeah.
I definitely agree with what we said way earlier in the podcast. Like the online might be like online like multiplayer game of the year next year. It was like really cool.
100%.
Yeah, God of War. It's just like super cool to see a game just like go out of its comfort zone. I'm kind of insulted that Assassin's Creed is on here because that game looked actually bad. I think the RPG elements, the way that they did it, I don't think is good. I don't know if it fits Assassin's Creed. I've seen like so many glitches in the game. It's just like odd things. Like you can go behind somebody who's sleeping and stab him in the neck, and like they just get up because they're like 70 levels over you. And you're like, what the fuck, dude? It's like in Assassin's Creed, I don't really know if that works.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Trying to take a nap here? Stabbing me in the throat?
Yeah.
Rude.
It's only a flesh wound.
Rude.
Yeah.
Also, Assassin's Creed, you can pay to win that game. It's actually kind of insulting as well.
Really?
Yeah, there's like
Ubisoft.
actual missions have
Yeah,
level restrictions, and so if you don't grind out parts of the game, you can't even progress in the story because you're not the right level. And you can just like buy experience.
What?
That's what happened in the Lord of the Rings game too. Shadow of Mordor. You
Was it
could
made
buy
by
crates
Ubisoft?
and get better gear. Maybe. I think so. And like if you didn't just grind and slowly get gear and level up, you could just buy it. You could buy crates and
I think that's so
See.
dumb.
Yeah, boys. I'm gonna be honest.
Black Ops ain't on here.
It ain't on here, dog. What am I supposed to pick?
What's the play? What's the Kelso play?
I don't know. Honestly, out of these games, from what I've listened to about your guys' opinions, I mean, Monster Hunter sounds like it had a lot of bugs and issues.
I think it's kind of weird that Assassin's Creed and Monster Hunter are on the list, to be honest.
I was surprised to see Monster Hunter. Not that like maybe it doesn't deserve it. I just didn't like when I was playing it. I wasn't like, this is the game of the year, man.
Yeah.
It was a good game. It's just
Very good. It looked good.
wasn't up there
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is a no for me because their shitty DLC advertisement before the game even came out that really doesn't settle well for me. Like, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the storyline or the game, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of like where do you draw the line, right? It's like,
Yeah.
can you really call the base game a bad game just because they, their publisher probably made them hold back that content?
Yeah, the game was great. Like again, like the story was really good. I liked the combat, but again, it's just not like it wasn't like pushing boundaries or anything.
Yeah, I honestly don't like Spider-Man games or superhero games in general, to be honest. So like, I probably wouldn't pick that.
I actually only like Spider-Man. That's like kind of one of my only like superheroes that I really like.
Really?
Yeah.
Honestly, I think probably God of War or Celeste. I mean, I really like the idea of like the storyline with Celeste from what I've heard from you, Marsh. I actually didn't know anything about it before today, but it sounds really cool, to be honest.
very good.
And it sounds. I'm actually thinking about picking it up. I'm interested. I want to check it out.
Would recommend.
Uh, so like it's probably between those two, just because the other ones. I honestly, I mean, from what if we were counting the multiplayer for Red Dead, I'd probably say that's in there as well. But with just the storyline, I thought from what I seen, the story was very good. But obviously, I didn't play the entire
Yeah,
game.
no,
Yeah,
the
there's just
game
certain
is,
parts, man, and little things that I kind of like. It just like bugged me.
and that's what I
Right.
was saying earlier. I think I might be a little bit too picky, right? Because the game is
Mhm.
amazing. The story is good. But for me personally, when I'm playing through the game, I'm like, like there's just things
You're
here
like,
and
I wish
there.
this was a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Understandable.
But
Smash
yeah.
Ultimate
So
comes out in a week, by the way. The story for that looks pretty pog.
for what?
Kirby.
Smash Ultimate, man. The World of Light actually looks really cool. I'm pretty excited to play that.
Game of the year 2019.
Hmm. I mean, man, if it's gonna
It's gonna
like,
be nominated, but
that's the thing. If it's gonna blow out like in an esports community, so it'll be have a great online, have a good esports scene. It's gonna have a storyline. I don't know, man. Like if this, depending on how the storyline actually plays out, it could be a contender.
I don't know. I'm gonna tell you guys right now. Game of the year 2019, Kingdom Hearts 3.
Mm,
Actually, I wouldn't doubt
I
it.
think hands
I
down,
wouldn't doubt
yeah,
it.
hands
it wouldn't
down,
surprise
game of the
me.
year.
I would not doubt it.
Depending on when The Last of Us 2 comes out. If they come out the same year,
Ooh,
The Last of Us 2 might take it.
Yeah, actually,
be
that's
rough.
But I think The Last of
Yeah.
Us 2 isn't coming out in 2019. Maybe Death Stranding. Oh my God, PlayStation,
Oh, God.
please, PlayStation.
Death Stranding.
Uh,
Package Simulator.
I was actually kind of sad that like question number 3, best esports event, wasn't just like best gaming event, because I would have given it to The
Sony at
Last of
E3.
Us, The Last of Us, Sony
Yeah,
E3
that was pretty
experience.
pog.
Mm,
I understand like watching it kind of felt awkward, but I could only imagine what it was like to be there
Breathing.
and
Yeah,
be
dude, that
in
was
in the tent and you're watching that scene play out. I think that is actually so cool.
yeah, that was pretty sick.
well, I think we've answered all the questions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We had
So
a super long episode, special edition.
hey, it's fine, dude. I
predictions.
I had fun.
I did too.
Yeah.
I feel bad that I didn't really know a lot about the end ones, but oh well.
Yeah, so
That's our predictions. Let's hear yours in the comments below.
yeah, make sure you guys tune in to the Game Awards on December 6th. And yeah, definitely let us know what you guys think. Who's going to win what category, what, if you agree, disagree with us, whatever. Thank you guys for listening, watching, just hanging out with us. And Kelso, if you want to start, you want to let the viewers know where they can find you on social
Yeah.
media?
Anywhere, Twitter, Twitch, yeah, those at AyeKelso, AYE Kelso, KELSO. Just at me, and yeah.
You can find me on Twitter at jmarshhh with 3 H's, BK, jmarshhh on Twitter, and on Twitch, jmarshhh with 3 H's as well.
Yeah, pretty much all social medias. It's YDOC 1340. Probably Instagram and Twitch are my two biggest ones.
And Snotty, where can they find you at?
You can find me at Peter Cashman on Twitter. Follow my SoundCloud.
Hey.
That's all I got.
All right, guys. That is it of episode 3 of the Hold W podcast. Again, thank you guys for chilling. Until next time, remember to hold W and always go hardcore. We out.
Peace.